Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense, use Thrive, and protect your business.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink, like our zesty dragon fruit mango lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. only at Waba Grill.
Dealing with slow drains, dips in water pressure? Trust the experts at NextGen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Their expert technicians fix even the toughest of jobs. Get your stubborn drains working again with expert drain clearing for just $88. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with their 30-day guarantee. Call NextGen now at 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173. 30-day guarantee and $88 drain clearing requires accessible clean out and camera inspection.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Back Monday at 3 p.m.
By the way, sorry I was late. I was marveling at my new bidet that we installed in my office bathroom.
I bought one too. I have to install mine.
Even when Cappy's not here, we still go to the toilets.
Yeah. Nothing like a little warm butt, man. Gotta be honest with you.
Is it a seat warmer too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got that one.
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It really does.
It does.
Like when you go
when
to
I went to
Europe,
Cabo, when I went to Cabo, the hotel had one in the bathroom, and I was just like, my wife like made the executive decision, like, we're getting one of these.
Okay, it cleans you up. It cleans you up. Like those little white.
And look, I would say this, like, you know, in California, it can get cold in the mornings and overnight, right? You know what I'm saying? And when you sit down that first time, oh, wait.
Hey.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Travis Rogers. It is DeMarco Farr. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Mornings 9 to noon right here on 710. And here we go. It is time for the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch. First pitch. As Greg Bergman joins the fellas to talk all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Nothing else. Nothing else. Hear first pitch every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 9:30 as we bring you all that baseball talk you love. First thing in your day. Live from LA Live on 710 a.m. The all-new ESPN LA app. And watch it on YouTube Live at ESPN Los Angeles. The Travis and DeMarco Show and First Pitch with Craig Bergman, made possible by Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Right now.
Yeah! All right. I hate everybody in this room.
Yes.
I hate everybody at social right now. Why did you put that on there, me being shook?
DeMarco.
I should have drilled that little dude. I knew it. I should have drilled that little dude.
I have so many questions about that.
See? Try to be cool. Try to be nice.
Did you see this social video, Brian?
No.
Oh, it is amazing.
No, it's not.
So you, Travis and DeMarco and Emily were in Fontana with the Empire Strikers, and there was
you two. Okay, you better lock the door.
DeMarco decides to try. Who are you going up against, DeMarco?
What's the guy's name? Jorge? Fabian?
Fabian, yeah.
Marco Fabian.
Marco Fabian.
I thought we were cool. Marco, DeMarco.
They started playing a little one-on-one soccer.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. And I don't know what you were doing. Why were you trying to use your hands so much?
You're
not a goalie.
I thought I was just going to take the ball from him. I didn't know he was going to shake me. Look, I should have just drilled the dude. When I thought about it, when I was running at it, let me just take the ball. If you're going to embarrass me, let me smash you out here.
I don't know if you noticed, too, when you were walking away, you turned around, you just started walking away like, I'm done. He scored on you, and you walked away. And he came over and give you a pat on the shoulder.
I do remember.
And then he nutmegged you while you were walking away.
Was that the first guy or the second guy?
The first guy.
He did it twice?
he did.
I should have smashed that little dude.
And he looked back
next time. He
looked back at Carlo and he said, "You got that, right?
Oh,
you got
my God. Next time, full
and your response to all this was you were going to pick up the ball in soccer. Like that, you're just going to pick up
I
the ball.
thought he was going to show me some stuff, and then like he said, get it. So I'm like, let me get the ball.
It's like I coached like my daughter's AYSO team, and my kids when they were younger, they're like 5, 6 years old, and like the only rule we have, it's like what if you want to use your hands?
I'm the goalie. I'm supposed to use my hands.
Can I pick up the ball? What if you really want to pick up the ball?
Next time, power bomb, Suplex City. See, I'm never messing with these little soccer dudes.
You were supposed to use your
foul.
Feet. Yes. It was
anyway,
that was great.
You didn't have to put it out there for everybody for the world to see.
That's what we do here, Emily.
No,
did you watch all that?
Oh yeah, it's also already. I watched it in person. I've also watched it on social.
I'm just happy.
It was already on YouTube, so
I'm happy my pants didn't fall down.
You
know
know
what I mean?
So good.
Yeah,
it was so good. If you have a moment back there as either Graham or Jonathan, put it on the YouTube. Put it on the YouTube stream just so the people can see DeMarco get nutmegged twice.
Whatever.
And one where he didn't even know was happening.
I had no idea. So embarrassed.
So
It
good,
was fun
man.
though. It was
So
a
good.
great afternoon. It was fun.
at least you didn't get injured. That's the big.
This
thing.
is true. I
No
thought I
mace
did.
plant. No injuries. Yeah.
Mental injury, yes.
Did you dive on purpose at the end, or was that just for fun?
I thought that's where he was going. I figured I had enough body, I could make it hard on him. I did. It looked like that's where he was headed. So
what
I
kind of
tried to
dive
beat him
was
there.
there? Like a dive where,
social.
like how much space was there between
I was
you
going
and the,
for the
and
low
earth?
part of the. There was a
Okay.
net, yeah, just in case he tried to
It was
dribble
just like
it in
one
there.
of those little nets.
Oh,
too.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice though. Come on, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it looked like a great time out there.
Yeah, it was. It was fun until they put that out there. So we did talk about Dodgers and moves. And are you happy with the moves they made? You got Beef Stew coming back.
So Beef Stew coming back is great.
righty.
I actually think he's going to be a very, very big piece. He's very good at against
Has that
right
been finalized yet, or is there still the medical clearances going on?
I saw the Dodgers put it out yesterday, so I think that is finalized.
Okay.
Maybe
I saw
not
that
all
there
of
is
them.
some potential of they're worried about some injuries in the past. They're pending medical.
Pending med. Okay, so I saw them put a social piece that said "Welcome back."
Beef Stew.
Yeah, Brock Stewart.
Yes.
So I believe, but they did a bunch of stuff for Dustin May too, which was nice.
You
because-
needed a righty.
Yes, needed
Out
a
of the
righty.
pen?
Needed a righty
Yes.
out of the pen. Needed
Yeah.
somebody to get right-handed batters out and get them out consistently. Brock Stewart is one of the best in baseball this year at
And
getting
you got him
righties
for
out.
nothing.
Got him for nothing. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it was James Outman, but he was
all due respect, yes.
Yeah, he was not going to figure into plans moving forward, just like Dustin May was not figuring into plans moving forward, and they got something in return for him.
Yes.
So that's great. The fact that they did that.
And shout out to Altman. He helped you.
Yeah. So they did. Outman and May, thank you for everything that you
Yes.
did here. I love Dustin May. I thought it was a huge piece that I thought was going to be much better than he turned out to be. He just isn't going to come into play in the next couple of years. But there's two ways I look at this. Am I happy? And because I'm thinking, okay, our trade deadline is not actually Brock Stewart and the Gervais kid and whatever else, and Alex Call. That's not our trade deadline. Our trade deadline is Max Muncy and Blake
getting
Snell.
healthy.
Yeah, getting healthy.
Yeah.
And Michael Kopech and Kike Hernandez coming back eventually. That's really the true trade deadline for them. But then I also look at it and I say, everybody else got better, Brian. Everybody else around you got much, much better. And you have so many guys in the minor league system that are blocked that you have to, there's a Shohei window that he's going to be good for a certain amount of years and then you can win for that window. And it's supposed to be the era of the Dodgers. Get rid of some of these dudes and get somebody. Go after a Steven Kwan so you can immediately fix your defense in the outfield. Yeah, I wanted somebody that we can look and be like, okay, I feel better about the defense in the outfield. I feel better because we got this back.
Wait a minute. You just said if they get healthy, it's the same roster. The same roster that would have broke baseball or should have broke baseball. When they get healthy, it's still that same roster.
That's why there's two things. I go back and forth on how I feel because I very much feel like they should have done more. I understand why they didn't do more. I just think that they should have done more.
That sounds like panic.
I always look at these.
No, that's not. That is not panic. I'll tell you this:
when
this all settles and everybody is fully healthy, if they get fully healthy, it's still the best roster in baseball.
And that's what you're leaning on.
And that's what I'm leaning. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I with any time you get a trade deadline or the Lakers going through free agency didn't make a trade. They ended up not needing to. They built out the roster. That way it worked. But like the question I always need to know is what did you say no to? Like for all these relievers and Bill Plaschke's complaining, six closers.
They all moved. Everybody moved.
Or whatever. And
Said no to giving up.
What
your
did
talent.
you
Yeah.
say no to? Like, who did they ask to be part of that? Where they said we're not going to do it. That is too much, or whatever it is. Because I do have a lot of faith in the Dodgers process and how they deal. Like they have hard lines that they draw and say, we're going to give up this for this. We're willing to go here for that, but like we're not going to go because there is an opportunity cost. And like, a prospect that you trade now can't be traded later.
Right.
Can't trade the same guy twice. And like Greg says, if you've got all these guys coming back and you acquire 2 or 3 arms, you only got a 40-man roster. Like you don't want to be acquiring too many guys that you only get like 3 weeks out of them before suddenly the player that you are waiting on is back. So you are in a bit of a dilemma just because your roster is already that good.
And you're asking about who they gave up, they said no to, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Leo DeVries was the number 1 prospect for the Padres, and they gave him up for Mason Miller. The Guardians were asking for him, their number 1 prospect, for Stephen Kwan. So you have to imagine they were asking for a Josue DePaula, who was really high up in the system, Zaire Hope, who's really high up in the Dodgers system. The number 1, 2, 3 prospects, that's what they were looking for. So they probably said no to those guys.
Would you be willing to give those guys up?
Yes.
Really?
I know a lot of people are like, no, you can't.
Even when you have the best roster in baseball when healthy. Like,
All
you
of
don't
the-
have to do all that.
No, you
just let your guys get healthy.
I get why Andrew Friedman didn't. I trust in Andrew Friedman because he is the best at doing this. But at the same time, I mean, a lot of those guys are blocked, or they may not turn out to be anything.
That's the thing.
Look at James Outman. James Outman was huge. Gavin Lux was the number 1 prospect, I believe, in baseball, and he couldn't make it with the Dodgers because he was overrated. Diego Cartaya was a catcher that was supposed to be the next coming of catchers for the Dodgers. He got DFA'd recently after they traded him. I think he's in San Francisco right now.
May not be time to do it, though.
Yeah, so a bunch of these
You
guys
may not have to right now.
They may not turn into
Right.
absolutely anything.
But you
where
don't
I,
have to trade him
I
now.
know what
Yeah.
Stephen Kwan is, though.
True.
And I know how he can help me this year.
He can help you right
and
now.
I
See,
know,
you're in the right now boat.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I know how he can help me next year and the year after
Right,
because he's
that's-
under team control
that's
for a
the
couple
big
of
thing.
years.
If you can get a guy who fits into what you're doing for the next couple of seasons, I
Right.
think that makes a lot of sense.
Not for relief pitching. I understand that.
Yeah, but like for a position player that can help, because like I think if we learned anything at the company softball game,
Yes.
you got to catch the ball.
You got to catch the ball.
Got to catch the
Yes.
ball. And the Cardinals, for example, our 500 team this year, had a remarkable run earlier in the season. It's not a good baseball team, but they won like 22 out of 25 because for like 3.5 weeks they made 4 errors.
Right.
That's it. They didn't hit. They barely pitched. They caught the ball, and for like 20 minutes, it looked like, hey, this team that isn't supposed to be very good could be good. And so you get into the playoffs, and everybody. It's not like the Dodgers have with all of this run of injuries, they have. The best teams in every division have 62 to 64 wins, all of them.
Yep.
The Dodgers have 63. They're right there, and they've been playing with half their roster, if that, most of the season.
And playing poo-poo.
Right.
Yes.
And so it's like we complain, but they're very good.
That's the weird thing.
But I do worry about the catching the ball.
So they did break baseball. You can't be this bad and still be this good. But here you are.
Well, if they don't win the World Series, they didn't break baseball.
Well, I mean,
so.
you're still out in front. You still are the odds-on favorite to make it to the World Series.
Sure,
It's funny.
totally agree with you. To your point about Plaschke, though, and all the relievers, the closers that went, a lot of those were in the National League, too. The teams that you're going to have to see. Mason Miller went to the Padres, who are now only 3 games back of the Dodgers right now. Ryan Helsley, who I loved and really wanted the Dodgers to get, went to the Mets. Johan Duran went to the Phillies. These are all teams that you're going to have to see in the playoffs and have top-end, back-end bullpen pieces. So that's not going out and not
Hopefully
getting
your
those.
starting pitching can negate some of that. You're going deeper.
100%, you're absolutely right.
And get back healthy.
And then hopefully Tanner Scott comes back and Kopech comes back and Kirby Yates figures himself out and Blake Trinan figures himself out. And then you have real dudes there.
I got bad news.
What's that?
Conforto's still here.
Yeah, I know. Well,
and he's been your hottest hitter this month.
I was going to say,
he is.
Well, that's the thing about Conforto's stats at the end of the year are going to be terrible.
Yes.
But what matters is his
had a great
stats
month.
between now and October.
Right.
Like, that's it. It doesn't matter.
Never thought
he's been very, very good at the plate recently, and and very patient and getting on base and taking walks in big moments. But his defense is not good. He is a below-average defensive outfielder. Teoscar Hernandez is a below-average outfielder, right fielder. That's not good.
What was Dustin May's? What was his role going to be this year before everything went down?
He was a starter on here. He was he was the 5th starter coming out of camp. Or coming out of spring training.
There wasn't a plan to move him into the bullpen?
There was not.
At the
and
beginning of the year at all?
He wants to be a starter, too.
All right.
Yeah, they could have. I bet you if they did not move him, they would have moved him into the bullpen.
That's what I thought. Okay, all right.
And that could work. Guy throws 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like, there's, like, a way to do these things. They got too many dudes.
Okay. He took the hill, man. Yes.
Yeah, he took the hill every single start. He was and he was good for the most part. He had some bad outings, but for the most part, Dustin May. I actually believe in Dustin May still, and I hope he does very, very well in Boston. But yeah, it was just he was not going to be on this team next year because they weren't going to pay him, and he's a walkaway free agent.
All right. We'll carry this into the next segment. First, though, soccer fans, this one's for you. It's the Soccer Dream Ticket presented by San Antonio Cardinal. Your first chance to win an unforgettable trip for 2. We're talking 2 tickets to the final match, plus hotel and round-trip flights. Enter for your chance to win at soccerdreamticket.com. That's soccerdreamticket.com, brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal, your perfect game day wine. Are the Padres, Greg Bergman?
So I want to just talk a little bit about the Soccer Dream Ticket real fast because this is a really, really, really cool thing that we're doing now. So it's a dream ticket to the final match of the season, and also which is also known as the MLS Final Cup.
Right.
So there's a MLS Cup final. So that's pretty cool in December that you get to go to. You're going to get flight for 2, 2-night hotel stay, 2 tickets to the final match of the soccer season. You have to be have to be over 21, legal U.S. residents, and to be eligible to win. 1 entry per email address. The period is from today, August 1st, through September 30th, and winner will be randomly selected and contacted via email. So this is super cool. I know Jorge wants it. He's already put his name in there. I think he's.
Can you do that? Is that legal?
I don't think so.
I'm going to tell Brenda to sign up as well.
Yeah,
2 emails.
Employees and their families. Read the fine print.
Really, really cool thing that we're giving away here. So go to soccerdreamticket.com.
It's a lot of pressure, though. 2 tickets, though. 2 plane tickets.
Yeah.
What do I have 2 people I want to bring? See?
Oh, yeah. You got to figure it out.
That's a lot of pressure.
Make them fight.
Right.
Brian, do you want raspberry vanilla or do you want mango dragon fruit?
I highly recommend the raspberry.
I'll go raspberry.
Yeah, you go.
On DeMarco's recommendation.
I got the Desert Bloom lime.
Oh,
yes.
And that one is
and
very
prickly pear.
Prickly pear is very good. So the first pitch is brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah. Look at that sound.
Are the Padres the biggest competition for the Dodgers in the National League? That's next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is the Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water first pitch on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else. More of first pitch next on 710.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
SeaWorld San Diego is your ultimate summer escape, and it's just a quick drive down the freeway. See dolphins, belugas, and otters, and learn how SeaWorld Rescue protects marine life. Ride bold roller coasters like Journey to Atlantis, which is opening soon, and explore the new jellyfish exhibit, Jewels of the Sea. At night, it's full throttle with BMX stunts, pirate shows, fireworks, and Saturday night concerts. Buy a ticket, get a second day free. Tickets as low as $56.99 at SeaWorldSanDiego.com.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch. With Greg Bergman, talking all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Nothing else. Let's get back to first pitch right now on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710.
I used to love this song. Name
Don't
a
know
group.
this one. Can't.
I can.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
They're from
Are you serious?
Cleveland.
Can't.
Oh, Bone.
Bone Thugs and
Oh,
Harmony.
yes.
Okay. I mean, I know who they are. But
They had the sound for a hot minute, didn't
Oh,
they?
man.
Yes.
This was all I listened to back in the early 90s.
Everybody bit them. Yes, crazy.
all there are like lots of bones. There's
No,
like a lot
lots
of
of
names.
bones.
There's Crazy, Busy. Crazy,
know.
Busy. I forget
They're
all
like
of
the
them.
Spice Girls, but different.
Yeah.
No, we actually
Chicken.
talked about. I was in.
I got
for,
two of
I was in with Trudell yesterday, and we kind of talked about it because like Trudell is a big hip hop guy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there are huge holes in my sort of musical knowledge. Like with hip hop especially, it's like 3 or 4. Like it's a really specific era.
Oh yeah.
And a certain subset of like it's more like
Tell me the Flow Rider
Tribe.
story.
Yeah, okay. Tribe and De La Soul and like that's the kind of stuff I like, and everything else I.
What's the Flow Rider story?
Okay, so I'm driving.
Flow
I know
Rida.
I know who Flow Rida is, but like I've
Oh,
never
is this
seen
the
it.
Jorge's
Florida?
so
I've never
excited
seen it
right
written
now.
down. I'm driving down with my wife, and I see a billboard, and I said, and I looked at her, and I said, "Who's Florida?" Because I couldn't see I couldn't see the hyphen. I'd never seen it written down before. She was so embarrassed.
It's how you say it too. It's a Florida. Who's Florida?
Who's Florida?
I can see you saying.
Hey guys,
Yes.
who's Florida?
Wow.
Hey, who's that Florida guy?
Who's that Florida guy? Oh my
By the
gosh.
way, it is Busy, Wish, Lazy, Crazy, and Flesh and Bone.
There you go. Okay. Good name him.
So Flesh and Bone is like you. It's like, what do you call him if you
Fleshin'.
Flesh
Fleshin'?
and Mr. Flesh
Whatever
and?
his first name
or
is.
just
Yes.
Flesh.
I'm not calling you Flesh. Yes.
If
I'm
you're
not-
really
I'm not
tight,
calling
Why
you
not?
Flesh. No,
if you're
it's not
really
gonna
tight,
happen.
do you just call him Flesh?
I'll just
And,
call
like,
him Irving.
More
That's his real
formally,
name.
it's Flesh and.
Yes.
Flesh N.
Flesh N. Oh, it's not an.
Bone.
It's
Yeah,
not
no,
like
it's
an
not an
ampersand.
and. No.
Okay.
No.
Flesh N.
Yeah. You
Wow.
can tell I work in words.
Dashes in there.
Yeah. Greg, have you heard?
Thanks for
how
moving
is,
it on.
How is Shohei's hip? It's just cramps,
So
right?
yeah, it's just cramps.
Just
so I haven't
cramps,
seen
okay.
anything else on it, but it looks like it's just
And Snell's
cramps.
going when? I'm trying to.
And it might have been the humidity too, is what they were saying.
It was hot.
Yeah,
You
it was
sweat.
very,
Yes.
very hot.
Yeah, I've never had a hip cramp, but Emily says that she
unpleasant.
assures me they happen. Snell is coming back when?
Saturday.
He's coming back Saturday.
He is. That's the plan for him to start on Saturday.
So
I don't know if he has a pitch limit. I don't know if he can just go. But for the most part, I usually in those situations they don't let him go past 4 or 5 innings.
Okay, so assuming like Shohei didn't cramp up, and Snell comes back and has a halfway decent out, even if he doesn't, you could say you're at full strength pitching wise then.
Yes. Now you are, as long as well, you're not full strength yet because obviously Snell has to ramp up a little bit, and also Shohei needs to get to 5-6 innings.
So you're almost at full strength.
You're almost there. So Shohei was supposed to go 4 innings, and now then the next start go 4 innings again. I don't know if this put it back a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to do 2 4 innings again before he starts moving up to 5. But he will be up to 5-6 innings by the end of the year, and at that point. That's as far as he's gonna go. They're not gonna fully ramp him up until next year. By the way, with Shohei, he's not throwing the splitter yet. He's throwing a sweeper, he's throwing a fastball, he's throwing other pitches, but he's not throwing the splitter. And once he starts throwing the splitter, everything changes.
That's what I didn't see last
That's
time.
crazy, right?
That's crazy. Like, he's been really good.
You're right.
And nobody's hitting him.
And he's missing the pitch that can very easily keep guys off balance.
Okay, so
I thought I'd see more fastballs.
Yeah, he is throwing fastballs.
But I thought I'd see more of them. Okay.
Well, it's a pitch mix.
All right.
I look at this and, like, it was interesting to me, Snell's coming back and all that, and I get it, but, like, you didn't mention Sasaki.
He's still on his way back.
He's on his way. He's doing a bullpen this weekend. But the point I was getting to is, like,
I've been dying
to talk about this
guy with you because I remember you, of all people, you said that he, with that pitch, could be the best pitcher in baseball.
That's what they were saying.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's what they were saying before he signed.
You hate that
don't
I bring
blame
that up,
they.
don't you?
No, not at all.
Don't blame they.
Not at all. He still could be one of
said it. Right.
He's 23 years old.
They.
But you said.
All of a sudden, Greg's hiding behind they. It wasn't me. It was they.
Right.
And before there was multiple reports that people, I think it was guys like Jeff Passan and Buster Olney saying,
when he broke the machine,
this guy could be when he's all like figured himself out, when he's fully ready, the best pitcher in baseball.
But this gets but I have two questions about it. The first is, do they, he's going to start throwing bullpens this weekend, is what I read, and like still, just getting into August, like there is still time for people to come back. Like, is there any expectation that he's going to contribute this year?
In the postseason, no. I think if he does come back, they very easily can put him in AAA, and because he was just
let
leave
him
him
go,
there,
and if you
just
need
like
him,
Haesung Kim could very easily be just left in AAA when he gets off the IL. But he very well could come up and just be a 6-man rotation for a little while.
And so you have a guy, to the point that you were making before, you have so many guys who are like, what is this team at full strength? You have so many guys. Sasaki was a huge addition that was supposed to be to the rotation. We're talking about this team being at full strength, and he's not part of that.
No,
that's a good thing. By the way, it's a good thing. But like, this is how much depth the Dodgers have. Like, if it holds, you go into the playoffs with Yamamoto, Shohei, Glasnow, Snell,
Kershaw,
Sheehan, Kershaw. Those guys available if you need them. But that's an insane top four for your rotation.
And usually only pitch four
guys, right? You rarely need
in
that
the
fifth
postseason.
guy.
Excuse me, but yeah. So that 1, 2, 3, 4 is very easily at the top or near the top or at the top of all of Major League Baseball. That's 4 number 1 starters. We've talked about this a few times, DeMarco. And what that does, it lessens the use of your bullpen so much too. So all these guys that are getting overused, you don't have to overuse them anymore. And so now your bullpen is used less. And
2 innings, you're done.
And really don't get seen that often. So you don't have to go to the Will Kleins of the world and do things like that.
No disrespect, Will Klein.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to go out there, or Noah Davis and go out there and give up 10 runs, that's not going to happen anymore.
You're not concerned at all that Michael Conforto is.
Are you trying to bait me into something?
No. I'm just that Michael Conforto, as much as you guys hate on the guy, and it's deserved, has a better batting average for the month than Shohei. Doesn't that worry you some about Shohei?
No,
not at all.
I don't worry about Shohei. Shohei will figure himself out.
I just hope he's not wearing himself out.
Yeah, he probably is wearing himself out a little bit, and it's the pitching has to take a toll on him a little bit. But I also think that he is one of the best. He's done it before, not in the postseason because the Angels never made it, but he's done this before where he's done both things. He just has to get himself used to it back and forth.
It's sports, right? He's done it before, but when he did it, he was younger.
Sure.
This is the older Shohei trying to do it here after being a World Series champion. So it's all new
ground. It's a lot, and you gotta they do side work. It's not you're just. I realize people think it's baseball.
Well, I don't know. Did he go through hip soreness with the Angels?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of, but he's never been after 2 surgeries. That's that sort of stuff. It's just concerning. That's all.
Yeah, because it's fair to be concerned, but I think Shohei is just a guy that is on a completely different level. Like, are you ever concerned about LeBron? For the most part, he gets hurt sometimes, but he always plays through it, and he's always at the top, the peak.
Was
of
that
who
Miami
he is.
where he looked like he was getting ready to just die? LeBron midseason where he looked so tired.
They
got
stopped
concerned.
playing defense, and then J.J. Redick had a come to Jesus moment with him, and then he turned into the best defender they had.
Right.
So
yeah.
So I was concerned, but it was short.
I get they're different sports and it's different mentalities and it's different things, but at the same time, he's just that guy. He's as closest thing to a cyborg that we have in this game.
But I guess where
maybe
I'm going
Iron
is
Judge.
You can't have it both ways, and I see where you're going. Like you want the Dodgers to make a move to get better,
right?
But then again, if they don't make a move and everybody gets healthy, you have the best roster in baseball.
Right.
You can't have
exactly.
both ways.
They have the luxury. They still have a lead in the division. They're still a very good team, and they always think. You remember that was that death month where they're going to. Not to pick on Bill, but like they're going to be they're not even be out of first place. They're going to be out of the playoffs by the end of this. And they were right where they were when that month ended. And if you need to give Shohei 3 days off, they'll give him 3 days off and let him rest and get a little bit you can do these things. Mookie was dead, and now he's doing a little better. Conforto was terrible, and now he's doing a little better. It's such a long season.
Yeah.
And we've still got August.
Do you see the Padres in your review?
So they're always right there. And I have to give them credit.
Like legitimate threat. That's what I'm saying.
They did a lot of things to become a legitimate threat. They're always right there as a legitimate threat. I don't really worry about them too much. They do this every single year.
They're going all in to get you.
They went all in for Juan Soto. They went all in for Dylan Cease. And now they're going all in for Mason Miller. And they do this all the time. And yes, they did beat the Dodgers one time in the playoffs, but also they haven't won a World Series. It hasn't brought them anything.
All these teams are going to make the playoffs, and when you get in the playoffs,
it's a crapshoot
every year. Who knows?
Yeah. So but in the playoffs, I feel good throwing out a combination of Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, and Shohei, and whatever order you're looking for, the 1, 2, 3 will look good. And I feel good about them being on the
said
map.
Roki was going to be great.
They did.
No, he said, I heard great.
It was
Best pitch ever.
He still can be great. He's 23 years old.
You didn't say
Cut
that
him.
back then.
Don't even trade him. Cut him.
Absolutely not. He very
Make an example of him.
Let's talk about this again next year, and we'll see where we're at.
We'll see what they're saying.
He very well
year.
could be the best pitcher in baseball by then.
Maybe.
I don't think he will be, but I think he can be.
It depends on what they say.
What they say, right.
They, as in Buster Olney, Jeff Passan, people we trust. Andrew Friedman.
There was a football game last July football. This is like
Cheers.
like when you go into the store and they've already got like Halloween decorations out and it's mid-September. There was a football game in July.
There sure was.
And Dan Campbell, head coach of the Lions, already yelling at folks.
Throwing people under the bus
we'll
already, Dan.
Biting their
Brian
kneecaps.
Kamenetsky in for Travis Strauss and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
And First Pitch is brought to you always by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else, Brian. It's delicious. This sparkling, good.
Very sparkly.
Tonight, it's Leagues Cup Match Day 2 and LAFC. Tonight, it's Leagues Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
David flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
The legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 $100.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RICH for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code RICH. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RICH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RICH.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right. Frank Kaminsky in for Travis. DeMarco, I have a lot of football questions. I always look forward to this because I it's a perfect time for me to find out how if the Rams are good, which we'll get to in a little bit. But last night, there was an actual football game played.
Yes.
The Hall of Fame game.
Real football.
I don't think, does this normally happen where the Hall of Fame game is in July? It felt early.
It's like usually July, early August.
It's early, yeah.
It felt early.
First week of training camp.
Like when Thanksgiving comes by at the earliest possible Thursday and it's like November 18th and you're like, wait, why are we doing this?
Yes.
But, okay, so there was a preseason game last night. Your I almost called them the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers
the fighting Harbaughs
defeated the Lions.
Yes.
34-7.
Smashed them.
And rather than just take this thing lying down because it was a football game played in July, head coach Dan Campbell for the Lions flipped out. He went nuts.
He
on
did.
This team.
Well, you get beat 34-7. You turn it over 5 times. He's not going to be happy.
It is a preseason game, but
yeah, but still,
they've been practicing for like a week.
You expect your team to play better, not turn it over 5 times.
So let me play Dan Campbell and what we're talking about with him going after his team.
Yeah, concern's not the right word. It's just more, look, we have our own standards, and it doesn't matter if you just walked in the door. You've only practiced, you've had 10 practices. It's just, look, we got to take care of the football. And it doesn't matter. You're wearing Lions gear. You got to take care of the ball, man, or it's going to be hard to keep you around, And so it's a hard lesson to be learned out here like that, but it's also, we got to put a little pressure, got to apply a little pressure in a good way so we get better, man. We got to put some urgency on this. It is early, but it's never too early to get better, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's too early to get better.
Never too early to get better.
That's a warning to the guys that are like second, third, fourth on depth chart.
Yeah, you just threw your players under the bus.
Do better.
It's not my fault.
We will cut you.
Yes, I did my job. I got you guys ready. I fed you. I had the fields lined for you. The goalposts were up. You guys screwed it up.
Uniforms were clean.
They were clean. You got everything you needed, right? You got to the stadium on time. You guys messed that up. You guys all messed that up. It is. But he's right. When you put on that uniform, you do have to uphold the standard. And you're not a starter. You may not even be on the football team, but the standard is still the standard. So the one thing you cannot do if you're a running back, if you are a quarterback, is turn the ball over. That's the fastest way back to the UPS office. That's the fastest way out of a team is turning the ball over. So that's pretty much the crux of what he was trying to say.
We focus a lot on the guys who play, the starting, who has the best starting roster, who has the best, how much impact do those dudes who, might play a little special teams, but they're not, Sunday afternoon is over. Technically speaking, they don't have to shower. You know what I'm saying? You take your equipment off, uniforms perfectly clean.
Shower.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying you could get away with it.
You mean the guys that don't play?
Because they didn't play.
Oh, okay.
How much impact do they have on the overall program and the success of your team? Because there's game day, and then there's the rest of the week.
Yes. The backups, third-string guys, is that what you mean?
Yeah. The guys that Dan Campbell is threatening in that clip.
When you have a 53-man roster and you're only activating, 47, everybody's up. If you're on the team, you have a job. Either you're the starter or you're the key backup, and you've got to play special teams. That's why we're always talking about these receivers that have these great preseasons, and he may be the third or fourth or fifth best wide receiver on the football team. So if you're going to make this club, you're going to have to do something else other than being a receiver, like go cover a kick or return one. You're going to have to find a job. So this stuff, these preseason games are very important because you're one play away from being a starter, number one. Number two, you got to know what you're doing when you get in the game. Number three, depth is important. You have to have good depth just in case you start losing guys down the road. So that's what preseason is basically for, is your depth guys to get better and to be more cohesive in what you're trying to do.
How good are the Lions this year? I mean, like, they
I
lost
don't know.
a bunch of dudes.
Okay,
I mean,
so
especially from the coaching staff.
Here's the first thing I was looking for is, what is Detroit going to look like without Ben Johnson as an offensive coordinator? Well, they scored once, and they turned it over 5 times. No, it's early. It's preseason game number 1, but still, they weren't sharp at all. They didn't look very good. And I think is the new OC, his name is John Morton. He says he's feeling no pressure. I think he's lying. Because Detroit's been one of the best offenses the last 3 seasons, and you're taking over for a guy who is much ballyhooed, and this is your first outing, and you look that bad. So this will send some sort of ripples through Detroit as, oh, my God, we don't know.
Do you have to play – preseasons, everybody treats it differently. The Rams are going to play Matthew Stafford for 5 minutes, probably.
In the preseason?
In the preseason,
no.
if he plays at all. If he plays
less,
at all. Right.
Yeah, less than 0.
Right.
They might even not let him in the building.
Right, because he's already starting off hurt. That's true. But then you got to protect Garoppolo too, because
Garoppolo's going to go.
Right, but Stafford's already hurt. But
yes.
you gotta be careful at least with Jimmy.
I'm not even sure if Garoppolo's going to go.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be Stetson and Dresser.
And Dresser win.
And so everybody. The point being that I'm getting to is everybody treats this preseason differently. But if you have a new coordinator and all that kind of stuff, do you have to maybe use Jared Goff and that starting group a little bit more in the preseason?
No, absolutely not. No,
okay.
You get that in practice. It's too important, and anything can happen. And the Kurt Warner story is 1 in a million. Usually how that happens is that team gets killed for the rest of the year. It doesn't grow into the greatest show on turf. So protecting your starter.
The practice is close enough.
Yes, and you're going to have to get better. That's the thing. I think what he's trying to say is, and usually if you parse through it, is you probably saw this coming, and he was telling you this was coming, and then you look like crap on game day.
Mm-hmm.
So it will tighten up the next time you go practice. But Jared Goff and the offense breaking in a new coordinator, no, you never risk their safety to help this guy get better at calling plays.
Do you think Dan Campbell can restock his cupboard in terms of his coordinators like Sean McVay has? Because Sean McVay has had new coordinators so many times in his time as head coach of the Rams.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, I believe this is his first time without Ben Johnson.
Without Ben Johnson and without Aaron Glenn, or just without a cohesive unit. Yeah, without a cohesive unit. I'll say this, no, and I'm not there. I got a lot of friends in Detroit, so I haven't asked this specific question, but I do know this here. There is a line out the door of coaches that want to come here and clinic and coach with, be on the same staff as Sean McVay. Like as in LaFleur, who is an OC, who's probably not looking to move on, who likes it here. You're only going to have a few more years before the next guy needs to come in and you need to move on to something else. Does that make sense to you?
It does. No, but
I don't think you have a line like that.
I don't know. But
going to Detroit.
Because Emily's question is a really good one, because you can do that with McVay, because McVay can be his own offensive coordinator. He's
he doesn't want to be.
But I'm saying he doesn't want to be, but he's got it's not like he needs a helper to conceive of offense. Like he what is Dan Campbell's? Does he have a superpower like that?
This sounds
McVay's
funny.
right to have a coordinator do that for him because it's too much. But he can also bring a coordinator along.
See, every time I hear Dan Campbell, and I love the guy to death, and I do, and I'm not trying to disparage at all, but every time I hear him speak or his style and that tough guy stuff, he reminds me of Jeff Fisher. It really does. He's a player's coach. Players love him. When they win, the players are great. When they lose, blame it on the players. But as far as offensive or defensive innovation, no, it's all about toughness, biting kneecaps and whatnot.
Right, so he needs to constantly be recruiting the minds to do, I'm going to manage the program. I'm going to be the guy who communicates
and
with
you
the
may
players.
be hamstrung there because you're going to do it his way. I don't like that. I don't like the concepts. Let's just get back to ground and pound. Here you actually have concepts and things that are beating modern defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, really exploiting what the modern defense is trying to do, and you're on the cutting edge of it. That's what's happening here.
That's the part about McVay that I think makes that is such a differentiator, because he has that it's not just he's phenomenal with players.
It's
great communicator,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. But he also has this other talent.
Everything has its place, and it's good. And outthinking, being the smartest guy in the room works. But remember, Detroit has beaten you twice.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying
with
Dan
the
Campbell's
tough
not
guys.
good.
It works when you have the right guys, right?
It's gonna be hard. I mean, we'll get back to the Rams at some point because again, this is my opportunity to ask smart people, what's going to happen this football season. Tell me what they are thinking.
I'll say this for Charger fans and Trey Lance fans: if this was the NFL, like if the way you play in the preseason, straight up vanilla, not a lot of adjustments. We're going to show you what we're in and stay in that situation. If that was the NFL, Trey Lance would be he'd be a Hall of Famer because his skill set lends towards that. The guy can move, he can scramble, he's got an arm. If he knows where you are, he's going to beat it. The problem is when you start moving.
I was going to say that didn't sound like a compliment.
And I think we need to talk more about Trey Lance because he has fallen off a cliff. I don't know what happened to him. He was number 3 overall pick. The Niners went all in to go get him. You know, they traded up to go get him at number 3 overall. Jorge, are you claim your boy, Trey Lance?
Heck no, never. That guy had, I'm glad he's gone. He went to the Cowboys.
Stop blaming
and then
him.
He's with the Chargers.
Blame John Lynch. You know what happened to Trey Lance? Nothing. He's the same guy he was in college. He's the same guy you drafted. That's it. What you should be doing is pointing at them for picking him at number 3.
It's just the whole thing was just a disaster. I feel bad for the guy.
Why? He's rich.
No, I don't feel that bad.
And he has
in that context. I feel bad for him.
Oh.
All right, snake draft is next. Do we tease what the snake draft is going to be?
It's a little hard to explain. Okay.
You can do it afterwards.
Let's explain it on the other side because it takes a little time to explain.
It takes a moment. All right, so snake draft's coming up next, but first it's an LAFC ticket giveaway on 710. Call 877-710-ESPN right now. It's all in caps. It says that right now for your chance to win tickets to tonight's game at BMO as the black and gold battle Pachuca in the League's Cup.
Bite the kneecap.
Be callers 7 and 10 right now. The second time it was not capitalized at 877-710-ESPN, and you will be at BMO. Only from 710 ESPN. That's next on the Travis DeMarco Show, 710 ESPN.
Hey.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands out from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Bright red hair.
Introducing Golden Hour, our new mango dragon fruit sparkling spring water. Arrowhead, straight from the West.
Delivering refreshment all season long. Sourced from carefully selected springs right here in the West, Arrowhead is crisp, refreshing, and complete with naturally occurring minerals. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, the official water of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Take me up and never put me down. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
The biggest show on the radio.
Would you eat a live cricket?
Eat a live cricket
for $100.
You would not lose your job or get fired for that.
Some people do those.
You wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah, I'd eat a deep fried cricket, but I wouldn't eat a live cricket. No, but I would do those things they sell in Seattle.
Yeah, the fried. I've had those.
You've had those?
Fried insects.
What are they like?
I had them in Mexico. They're delicious. They're crunchy.
Yeah.
They're almost like potato chips with legs.
Would you eat a deep fried roach?
Oh, God.
Well, what's the difference?
Because a roach is different. A roach is just different. In the backyard, we will often have a squirrel. And I will always think,
people eat those.
That's just well, we did when I was growing up.
You did?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, no way.
My dad hunted for everything.
What do they taste? Don't say they taste like chicken. What do they taste like?
To say it. They do taste like chicken.
Mason and Ireland, coming up next at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It's a snake draft. Okay. It is a snake draft. It's 9:45 on a Friday. And I was listening to Michelle Obama's podcast, and she was talking to Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers, who are in Las Culturistas. And they're huge fans of Real Housewives and reality shows. And Michelle Obama compared reality shows to ESPN. So I'm going to play you this clip here from Michelle on her podcast.
If I listen to ESPN for an hour, it's like watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, it's the same drama, and they're yelling at each other, and they don't get along. Wow. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he's just like every other
he'd
talk
be a
show
great
host.
Real Housewife.
He would be.
Right.
Right?
It would be amazing.
So that's why I'm like, what's the difference? It's just, it's just sociological drama. I mean, the fact that people over seasons of working together still can't get along.
Right.
They still have the same arguments, and it's not just women, but this happens in sports too.
Right.
I find it fascinating.
It is.
All right. So
Did she call Stephen A. Smith a housewife?
that he would be, that it's similar to Housewives drama.
Jimmy Pitaro react to that segment?
You are.
Housewives are incredibly engaging, do good business for Bravo and E, and so does this format. So it got me thinking. We're going to draft.
See, is it fist pump?
I can't wait till he responds. This is going to be good.
We're going to draft ESPNers, past and present. Anybody who has worked and been a personality at ESPN, including our own station, okay?
Oh, wow.
Any ESPNer. If you want, we're going to draft them and their ability to be a reality TV show star.
Or are you going?
I'm going to try. I'm.
This is a hard list.
This is not a good draft process.
This is hard.
I'm formulating it on the fly. I can't
it
decide.
Is okay.
Any
All right.
ESPN talent ever, including the station.
Past and present, everybody. So the order is. Sorry?
For a reality show?
Any reality show. Could be Survivor. Could be, Biggest Loser.
So we can pick the name with the show? They don't all have to be on the same show?
They don't have to be on the same show.
Oh,
okay. You can explain, hey, I want this person because I want to see them on Survivor.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
I might go all 7-10 here.
And I did explain this in our meeting. So the order is Emily, Brian, DeMarco, Kasim. 3 each, 12 total because that's all I can put on the graphic. Right, Graham? Thanks, Graham. All right. I'm first. I'm going to go super easy here. I'm just going to go Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Already mentioned by Michelle as a key player in all of this. I think Stephen A. Smith already shows his acting chops on soap operas. I think that he would cause great drama. He knows how to play to the camera. I want to see him throw some wine in someone's face. Stephen A. Smith is my number 1 overall pick. Brian.
All right. I feel like this is you left me. I thought Stephen A. would be the number 1 pick, but that does leave me, I think, with a fairly obvious number 2. With reality shows, you want people who, first and foremost, will create drama, who like drama, who will do.
If you have that sort of show.
Right.
Yes.
Will do anything. Scott Kaplan.
Hey, that's a great pick. Great pick.
Because, like, I don't know what show you're on, but he'll do it. Like, whatever it is you need to do, like, he'll do that.
He'll eat the cockroaches on Fear Factor. He'll, throw the wine in the face.
It's not like Ireland. You don't have to pay him $100 to do it. Kathy will just do it. He's on TV.
That is a great one. All right, DeMarco, your next pick.
I'm okay. So I can pick any reality show, right?
Any reality show and any ESPN or past or present.
The first one that came to mind was Naked and Afraid. Have you seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Where they just drop you in the middle of nowhere and you're naked and afraid? Yeah. Chris Morales for Naked and Afraid. Wouldn't that be great?
Now I'm afraid.
See, wouldn't that be awesome? Come on.
He looks good, but he doesn't look that good.
I also think Morales would be good on a housewife show. I think he'd be good on Survivor.
I want him by himself with a camera in the dark. I want to, not the one that puts on a show. I want that one, the Naked and Afraid.
Fantastic. He's still put on a show with that as well. But I think Chris Morales is a great pick for any reality show. But you were going to do Naked and Afraid specifically for DeMarco. Cassine, you have 2 picks.
I'll go with my first pick. I think this is a very underrated pick. I'm going to go with the late Stuart Scott as my
Big
pick.
Stu.
Okay.
Yeah. For what show?
Man, I didn't even think about what show. I think something definitely.
He could do Survivor.
Yeah, I think Survivor would be cool.
People want to get to know him. He's really cool. You'd be able to you get him into your. You could trust Stuart.
Yeah, I think that would be my pick.
Nobody's voting him off the island.
Right.
No, for sure. For my second pick, I'm gonna go Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, Big Perk.
Big Perk. Yep.
I think Kendrick Perkins would be great as well. I think I could see him more in
on
the
a housewife show.
Housewife show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, DeMarco, your second pick.
Causing a ruckus too. Can I pick a Van Gundy?
Of course.
I want to pick Jeff Van Gundy for Love Island. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Can I confess I've never seen an episode of Love Island?
That's okay. You don't have to see it, but I think he would be very funny on it.
I can't answer his question.
Love Island, yes.
I think, or The Bachelor. Oh, no,
yes.
The Golden Bachelor.
There
He's
you
the
go.
Golden Bachelor.
There you go.
That's
That'd be
exactly,
fantastic.
yes, there you go.
I saw the last Golden Bachelor said he wouldn't date somebody under
60.
I was I thought it was 50. Or
I think he
over
said
50.
anybody over
I think he said
60.
over 50.
The thing is, they have to be over 50 to participate in the show. So
come on, Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
Don't be a jerk.
Brian, your second pick.
All right. Here's what I think fundamentally what you need for most of the reality shows when I think of reality shows is you need somebody who's just a little weird. Like under the surface weird, obviously weird like Cappy, or hidden weird. And I think in that case, I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter that tells me that Dan Orlovsky is a very, very weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
And so, therefore, I think he would be an excellent fit on some reality show.
Wow.
Somebody says this is weird.
Even just about him and his family, I think they have a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And he has weird eating habits.
Totally strange.
He has weird, I think, towel habits as well.
Plus, he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's got a good sense of humor, fun guy.
Yeah.
And you can talk football.
Growing up with the Orlovskis or something like that. Would be good.
Ooh.
All right, my next pick. I'm going to pick somebody that he was with ESPN for a while, and he kind of hates ESPN now. But I think he would be really good as the husband on a Real Housewives product. I think he would get his role in the husband spot. So I'm going to go Bill Simmons. I think Bill Simmons would be snarky enough. I think he'd throw just enough shade that he would work really well in a reality show concept.
Do you think he wants that much attention?
Are you asking this seriously?
I'm not.
Yes, Bill
That was a
Simmons.
joke.
Yeah, exactly.
I
All
say
right.
that for joke.
My last pick is going to be someone I think that would be a great bachelor. I know he loves The Bachelor. I think he even has podcasted about it before. I think I want to see him on his journey for love. That's Mike Golick Jr. I want Mike Golick Jr. on the journey for love. I think he would be a fantastic pick for that. So that's my 3 picks. Brian, your next pick.
All right. I thought about maybe do I dip into station waters again and you go with somebody like Mace, but then I feel like he's a little too thirsty. Like the worst reality show contestants are the ones who clearly want to be on the show and are trying really hard to make sure they're the breakout star of the reality show because they're not sort of playing the game.
Yes.
It's all. So I had to cross Mason off the list. I thought about what's the name of the guy that does Pat McAfee. They paid him $1 million.
Pat would be great.
He would be pretty good, but really I've decided, and I don't know if this is my equivalent of a flare gun, but
the flare gun.
I just want to see what it looks like if you put Mel Kiper Jr. on one of these things.
Oh God! Okay, yes.
Living. Can you imagine living in a house where somebody talks like that all the time?
Yeah.
What do you do with him?
Seeing him getting his
Close
hair
the
done.
door.
Right. The whole thing,
you stole mine.
I'm just fascinated by this
fantastic
idea.
pick.
So I'm going with Mel Kiper Jr.
All right, DeMarco.
I was going to say put Mel Kiper on Shark Tank. That would be interesting. And he's trying to sell hair products. Then I have another choice, and Steve Young because of his background. I think he's connected to Brigham Young. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
I didn't know he was that kind of young.
So he could be a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Right. He's kind of a known straight edge dude, right?
Okay.
Steve Young. So I would love to put Steve Young on Wife Swap. Wouldn't that be awesome? And give him the complete opposite of what he's used to.
Sorry, Steve, you're on the show. You have to swap.
Right.
That was such a crazy idea for a show,
Wife
too.
Swap?
Wife
Oh, God. It's so much fun to watch.
It is fun. It's
That's
crazy.
a Hail Mary for your relationship, right? If you're trying to save your relationship and you get on Wife Swap. We're
at
the end of the road here.
I was going to
try anything.
Put Mad Dog on Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fantastic, too.
Yes.
Mad Dog, honestly, on any of these. Well, we have one more pick left, so I don't know where Kasim's going to go. So, Kasim, your last pick.
I'm not going to go. I'm going to go with the station. I'm going to go with George Sedano. And I think he would be really good or entertaining on some competitive, maybe a Wipeout or something like that.
American Ninja.
American Ninja Warrior would be
really competitive, getting really good shape. I mean, he's
of
in
that
good
caliber.
shape.
He would fall and blame the equipment.
Yeah, low key, people may not have seen it. Nobody took the company softball game more seriously than George.
Oh my
gosh. Oh, yeah.
Nobody.
Yes. Almost got
everything
thrown out.
seriously.
Come on, bro.
All right, so here's some ones that I think that could have been great. Mad Dog, for sure. Troy Aikman, I think, could be funny because I think he has enough snark in him to be a good reality show guy. I had Mike Greenberg as well, potentially, because he also has his weird rules and is a little persnickety about stuff. Any of the PTI guys could have been good too. I think we have a good list.
I should have picked Marty Smith.
I had considered Kornheiser. I think Kornheiser would have been good.
I like
does he leave his house enough?
But just sit in the back of the house sniping at people all the time. I think Kornheiser would have been a good.
What about Doris Burke? No.
I don't know if there is if she would give enough.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Doris Burke is too serious. Too serious.
That's what I
person.
mean. You got to put her on the right show.
Person.
Right. She's a real person with not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Because she's Doris Burke.
I'm Doris Burke. Right.
Have her chase ghosts. There you go.
Is that a show?
Don't they do that anymore?
They do ghost hunting.
Ghost hunting, yes.
I want to see Mad Dog and ghost hunting.
Oh my God, that
just
ghost
yelling
in there!
at the ghost.
Oh, well, that was fun. I was a little nervous about
was
coming
good.
up with a team here, but I think I did okay. Tomorrow is August 2nd. What is that? Why is that such a big deal, DeMarco? Do you know why August 2nd is such a big
right?
Yes,
Luka Day?
Luka is eligible to sign. It is the first day Luka is eligible to sign an extension. He's been on the cover of Men's Health magazine. Everything. He's recruiting players for the Lakers.
Put a ring on it. Yeah.
Does LeBron seem happy about all this? Happy enough? So we'll talk about that next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tonight, it's League's Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
David flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Rams fans, the 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and you don't want to miss out on any of the action. Catch every home game this season, including marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $93 per game. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yeah. Rams training camp comes to an end this weekend. That's crazy.
That sucks.
Training camp's fun. Tune in Saturday and Sunday from 4 to 7 for Andy Kamenetsky. That's my brother. And Marcus Grant live from Rams training camp at LMU. Don't miss your last chance to catch the open practice as the Rams get ready for the kickoff of the season, which will be, what do they call it? Dynamic?
Dynamic kickoff.
The dynamic kickoff of the season.
Yes.
Training camp coverage on ESPN LA presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, exclusive California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. If you've never been to training camp, especially like you used to have to drive out a little bit to Thousand Oaks to do it. Now it's at LMU. It's really fun.
It's
fun. A really cool experience.
It's super
if you've
cool
never been
the way they do it,
to see what get up close, you see how fast these guys move. When you're really, it's a neat thing. Get out there and
you may get an autograph.
You may.
It's weird when you think about like the creation of football, and if you were thinking of player safety, you probably wouldn't have invented a kickoff to begin with, because that's just high-speed collisions.
Yeah, they clearly didn't care about that stuff when it was invented.
No, but that used to be part of the game. Part of the game was the violence of it.
Right.
But slowly but surely, it's been legislated out. So that's something else I was looking at.
Are you for that or
the new dynamic kickoff? Or what?
The legislation of some of the violence.
Now that I know, because like when I was playing, concussions used to be hilarious. They used to be funny. We would make fun of guys when they got hit or they didn't know where they were. We didn't know about the long-term ramifications. Like we thought your brain would just heal and you'd go on with it. Now with CTE, all this type of stuff, we know. So if we can limit some of that, then so be it. But just watching the new kickoff rule and how they made it safer and how there's going to be more returns but less collisions. I thought it was awesome. It just looks a little goofy. Football usually begins with the scrum. You like sword and sandals movies, right? Don't you love
like
it
Gladiator and whatnot?
Yeah, when you have two armies that are opposite each other and then they run and there's that big blow up at the middle.
That's a great expression. I've never heard that expression.
What?
Sword and sandals.
Sword and sandals. It's always fun when you see that first collision. Well, that's the same
Right, but
thing.
all those people die.
Right, but we never care about that.
We don't, because it's a movie.
But I bet if you did and actually like went down there and all you talked about was that, and you realized the carnage it was creating, you might not like it so much.
If you're the guy in there, maybe you're running really fast at the beginning, and all of a sudden you just fall back. And just a couple steps. You don't want to be obvious.
And I don't think now, as a people, I guess, I don't think we need to see that sort of violence to enjoy football. I think we enjoy good offense. We enjoy scoring.
I want to see this.
We enjoy good defense.
People complain about this in the NBA. Like, if there's not, they go back to the 90s. Like, you used to be able to, I hated those games. Like, I didn't like the product of the NBA in the 90s, or like because every game is a wrestling match and this and that. Like, I love today's NBA where I can see guys who are 6'10", passing, dribbling, doing all kinds of stuff. The floor is open. Despite guys being bigger, faster, stronger, the floor is so much more open. Go look at footage from the Kobe in the three-peat years or whatever. It's like they're playing in a tiny box,
right?
And it's not to me as exciting because I want to see the skill. That's what differentiates these people from me.
Yeah,
is
true.
the skill and the athleticism. That's what I want to see.
You know what happened in modern basketball? It just devalued the dunk because back then the dunk was most important because it was so tight. A guy would rise up and bash on everyone, and that used to be the big thing. Now it's raining threes. The floor is open. Well, but football, just for 1 second, I don't need to see guys getting crushed on special teams to enjoy the game, and big hits are a natural function of the game. When you play and you have 11 going one way, 11 going the other, guaranteed somebody's going to get their teeth knocked out.
Sure.
But you don't need to have plays to where it's going to be like a guaranteed KO every single time.
Right.
So I like the new dynamic rule. It looks weird.
Especially when you know the impact.
Of course. And what's going to happen down the stretch.
And I want the best players to stay on the field. And like, is it fair? Like, I get the frustration if you're a free safety and like, where do I hit a guy? When do I hit a guy? What is fair? And I hit him with my shoulder. Like, I did everything right, but like, how am I supposed to see the ball had been deflected? Or like, I get that it's unfair, but I'd rather keep Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua on the field so I can watch them play.
They wouldn't be out there anyway, but I thought it was apropos that Devin Hester got his flowers. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's the best return guy ever. And then
so much fun.
You will never see another one. And I'm okay with that.
Do you think the new rules could maybe open up the return game a little bit so like the return man becomes more important again? They were a huge deal. I was a Cardinal fan growing up. St. Louis Cardinal. Vi Sikahema was one of my favorite players.
The originator of punching the goalpost. Yes, he was the originator of then Ken Norton Jr. did it. But I'll say this, right? What if that guy, so you wouldn't create a Devin Hester, what if because basically what you've created is an extended offensive play. So you put your best player back there, say Kyron or whoever you want as your return man, he gets the first touch, and then you put the offense on the field. So say that return guy is also your best receiver or best running back. You don't have a Devin Hester. It's just an extension of your offense, if that makes any sense.
It does. Do you feel safer using your best player like that, or would you want to create a specialist?
If I had a punt returner that was a defensive back, put him out there in a heartbeat. It's one play. He goes to the bench. He rests before he has to do his job.
Because the guys are,
because
they're starting closer together, it is more like a typical play, and the return man's less likely to get killed.
If you block that up, it's basically a long run play. He's just starting from farther back. So if you can time that thing up with a guy that knows what he's doing, not just a flat speed return dude that can set up some blocks, that's your first offensive play.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what this looks like because to some degree, it's like, what are we clinging to? Like the return game, since kickers have gotten so good and so strong, and they're just blasting the ball out of the back of the end zone, kicking field goals, basically, off the tee.
Yeah.
We didn't lose anything. There were no returns.
Manipulating where you put it, how high you put it up in the air. It's all key. And this is funny. You guys thought I was kidding about we were out in Fontana, that soccer facility. And it's great. I'm like, where are the goalposts? Not because I want football to be played out there. Have some of these kids start kicking field goals now. Because, if this goes on, the better they get, the more you're going to need kickers that can put the ball and manipulate the ball through the air.
Because
that sounds like soccer.
It does. The rule is weird because it's like if you kick it into the drop zone, I was looking all this up before. If it lands in the drop zone and goes through the end zone, that's at the 20.
Right.
If you kick it into the end zone, it's the 35, I believe.
Right.
And if you don't land it into the drop zone, you're short of it, then it's like they put it on like the opposing goal line.
Yes.
It's like you really get penalized.
It's like golf shots.
Right.
Can you make it do this? Can
so
you
if
make
you
it
can
do that?
figure out how to drive the ball so that it lands between, I think it's, the 25 and the goal line?
Yes, the landing zone.
And it goes through, like really quick. You're doing something for your team.
Absolutely.
You pop it up. You get kickers has there been a position in football where guys have just gotten better than kicker?
Most place kickers I know, they're setting up for the long ball, and it's just they can bang it from hash to hash through the goalpost.
Right.
I'm not sure how many tricks they can do with the ball.
When I was a kid, a 50-yard field goal was a big deal.
Yes.
Like it
still
was
is.
a big deal. No, it's not.
It still is.
It's expected that 75% of the time that ball is going to go in.
Or I'm just not going to call it. It's still a big deal. Kicking a field goal from 50 is still a big deal. That's half the field.
It is routine for most kickers in the NFL.
They're making them more, yes. But
they're making them more. They're
right.
doing certainly anything if you're in the 40s, you're expected to make
right.
it.
Because if you miss, guess where you get the ball.
Right.
So that's
but
what I mean. It's still a big deal.
These guys are so good.
Yes.
It's such a weird thing to be good at.
At the long ball. And you may have to expand your skill set as a place kicker. If this becomes a viable option, it could become nothing. It really couldn't. But the way it looks, the way you have it set up, the kicking team is set up on the opposing 40. So they're already down there. And the guy that's going to block them is standing right in front of them. So if you get a good block on 5 guys with a decent returner, it's going to be a good return. So that's what I mean. Why waste that on a guy that's probably your 3rd or 4th best guy with the ball? Why not put your best guy out there for one play? He's not going to get killed anymore.
Are you lamenting the end of the chain gang? Like, those guys are all out of jobs.
I do.
They were volunteers.
I like talking to them. They're great people down there.
Those are just like dudes. They're like local dudes,
They'll still
right?
be there, but I think as a backup, right?
I think you're going to have chains on the field, period. It's just...
For people who don't know, like
they're
doing all of this is now automated. Like it's sensors that they're using.
They're using the same, I think, a similar function that tennis has,
right?
Which
the
is
Hawkeye.
the Hawkeye, and there's chips in the ball, etc. And so it's more precise placement of the ball. But do they do that for every single down? Because they should.
Because I don't know, how do you spot though? Everybody gets mad about the spot.
Exactly.
Like you do like a tush push or something like that, and they're 22 people.
You can't see the ball.
The ball is under all of this stuff.
Yes.
It's amazing they get as close as they do.
Right.
They're just guessing at that point.
From what I heard from an official on that, he has to go from where he lost sight of the ball. So if it goes into a pile, it goes from where he lost sight of it. It's
but think about how hard that is. You're 25 yards away. You got to run with your arm up
from the side,
and if you're and like not, your eyes are bouncing, like all kinds of. And if you're off by an inch and a half, they're going to be replaying this thing on the forever, going, "What is wrong with you?"
It's another thing we'll argue about, of course.
All right, we didn't get to it, so we'll do it next. Luka, it's August 2nd. It's Luka Day. There is some expectation that he may sign a lot earlier rather than waiting, making the Lakers wait. But we'll talk about Luka Doncic, the potential for an extension as early as tomorrow. That's next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis DeMarco Show, 710 ESPN.
Tonight, it's League's Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
David flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. If you've been in an accident, people will give you all kinds of advice, like just take the first offer. You don't need a lawyer. But Jacob and Ronnie's got one simple message for you. Do it for you. It's on his new billboard over L.A. This isn't about anybody else's opinion. It's about your recovery, your medical bills, your future. Jacob and his team handle everything, from getting your car fixed to helping you find the right doctor to making sure the insurance companies take your case seriously. You deserve somebody who will fight for what's That's right, and Jacob does that every single time. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected, call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, call Jacob.com. Jacob, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I should have smashed that fool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Smash that
People,
fool.
all these comments.
Yeah.
Laughing at me falling. It's all right. Jack you up too.
You know what? It's easy to laugh from the sidelines, Baldy.
Who are you talking to?
Baldy, you said Baldy was laughing at you.
Like you're calling me Baldy?
No, I'm like, hey, Baldy. It's you're making fun of my man DeMarco, but you're just over there. You're not on the field.
No,
you're
Baldy was not making
field.
fun of me. Baldy, I just said, never mind. See,
okay,
never mind.
I thought he was picking on you.
No. I just looked, I saw a picture of Brian Baldinger, Baldy, and I said, wow, Baldy is getting up there. And then there were other comments about me like falling down and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought Baldy was making fun of you.
No, Baldy is not making fun of me. Baldy's a good friend of mine.
He knows better.
He's a good friend of mine.
By
He
the
would
way,
never do
Jack Downer from yesterday, his story is incredible.
Oh my God.
It's crazy how he can be so optimistic and happy and like fun to be around after all he's been through with all those health complications. Like, I guess that makes you probably a more optimistic person.
You think?
If you've made it through all that. I'm here for a reason.
He showed us 2 scars down his stomach, and he said his liver exploded. He collided with a goalie.
He was drowning in his own blood.
In his own blood. Like they said, like a grade 2 is like a gunshot or a knife. He was grade 4, and it's like a miracle he's here. And he's had other stuff. But he was really cool. But he did set a record for name dropping, though, didn't he?
He does have like multiple millions of followers on Instagram.
He was so cool, though. Yeah, he was awesome.
He was very cool.
Yes.
But also, he name dropped it in a good way that
He did.
it was all like half felt. It was like, oh, I was over here with Travis Scott, and then
I was on a Zoom call. He said he was talking to Eminem not Eminem.
50 Cent.
To 50 Cent while he was getting the massage.
While 50 was getting a massage.
While 50 was getting the massage. You just casually put that out there. That's but cool guy. Heck of a story. Yes, heck of a story.
And if you haven't seen his Instagram and stuff, it's all very cool. Just all of his posts are what kind of happened to you yesterday. Him just doing great tricks on people, and how crazy he can get with his ball handling skills.
Did you see that one, Jorge? Oh, you didn't see that one? Okay, I lost sight of the ball. His feet were so quick. Like that,
These guys are insanely
that could
good at
not
what they
be
do.
possible what he just did, and next thing you know, it was between my legs.
But it's almost like a little Savannah Banana-ish, where it's like, you're doing these crazy things that are in football, in soccer, but they're not doesn't necessarily equate to being a great soccer player. I mean, Jack is very talented at ball handling skills, but it's interesting.
I almost speared him for doing that, like the wrestling spear. It's
my only move.
Don't dare.
The only thing I got left.
How dare you do that?
Take you out.
So tomorrow is Luka Day. Luka is already rich. He's about to be more rich.
Yes.
Yeah, you're about to commit. They're about to commit to each other. Is that fair? Lakers and Luka are going to commit to each other?
Yeah, I think. I mean, and the speculation is, these things, he didn't have to sign on August 2nd. He can do it on August 2nd. He can do it on August 10th. He can do it on, all the way like deep into the season.
It's just the first day he's eligible.
It's the first day he's eligible.
Eligible to sign it. Okay.
And, I think it's, the expectation. Brian Windhorst was on, a couple weeks ago on his podcast telling people, like, look, don't freak out if Luka doesn't sign on August 2nd.
I'm going to freak out.
But let me tell you why.
Yes.
Because, like, he's playing for Slovenia. He typically, over the course of his career, doesn't mix NBA business with international basketball business. Going to Eurobasket, but for Slovenia, and it takes it very seriously. It's really important to him. So he usually doesn't mix those two things. The fact that the expectation is that he's going to sign earlier rather than later, perhaps as soon as tomorrow. He's got a tour, and he just happens to be in Los Angeles the end of the tour. Like it's a Nike thing, and he's here. Like that you end up with this possibility after a summer where he's on the cover of Men's Health. He's clearly taking JJ Redick's championship fitness thing, personal motivation, all that stuff, and going to dialing it up.
Yeah.
He's recruited players on the forefront for, his agent, Bill Duffy, was a guy, with DeAndre Ayton. Luka recruited Marcus Smart. All these, this is going as well for the Lakers as it possibly can. Like in terms of that connection between Luka and the Lakers, and the idea that even if you didn't have to worry, if it went into late August, early September, or whatever, something like that, it could be done as soon as tomorrow. That is great news for the Lakers.
But you're not going to help me not panic if he doesn't sign it, because I'm trying to
Don't panic until if he doesn't have a contract and camp starts. That's when you can be like, okay,
well, why wouldn't you sign it now?
Again, because he's got other business. He's just doing other things.
It's just a signature. I, Luka, am going to be a Laker. We're going to hand you a truckload of money.
There was a
You don't even have to be in town for that.
There was a story a few years ago where Russell Westbrook was offered a $350 million contract or something like that. And they were just sort of waiting on him to sign it because he was doing other things. These people are wired differently. I would stop.
How long would it take you to sign a $350 million contract?
If I'm walking down the street,
yes,
and I get the ping from my agent, contract's here. We need your signature.
Yes.
I stop
before that thing starts
because
ringing.
I could take another step and get hit by a bus. I could any number of bad things could happen if I continue moving. Russell Westbrook apparently went on about his business for 2 weeks. Luka knows the money is coming. If he tore an ACL, God forbid, at Eurobasket, he's still going to get the same contract. He knows the money is coming. So I guess it's a little bit different, but it's just from a sending signal standpoint, from I am your new guy. I am the guy that you are building around. And we'll get to LeBron here, if not in this segment.
You can let me exhale.
This is my team. I'm committed to this franchise. It may only be a 2-year contract.
Play it out for me. If he doesn't sign it and you get into camp and he still hasn't signed yet, then
it's problematic. Every day. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Is this, do the Lakers have to do X, Y, and Z to help Luka? They lose 3 in a row. Is that going to mean Luka's not going to stay?
Right.
It's terrible. I would be shocked if that happens. Shocked at this point.
Because he would be a free agent next year if he doesn't sign this contract.
Yes.
Correct?
And
he can
less money.
He would earn less money going to free agency this summer than he would in 2 years.
No, that I don't get. How do you earn less money in free agency?
It's a cap thing, but a CBA thing. But
10 years of service, you get more percent of the cap. So you get 35% of the cap. If you want to get the most money possible, you get 35% of the cap at 10 years of service. You wouldn't be at 10 years of service coming up this summer.
Even if Luka wanted to leave, even if he decided already, you know what, I hate it here and I want out, he'd still sign the extension. Because because he can still get traded. I'm going to sign this thing, trade me, and then people won't even have to worry about it. He's under contract. You can actually facilitate a trade easier if you are under contract.
Not be traded in the first year of your contract?
But I'm saying you can do it in the offseason. I think it's 6 months.
Yeah. So, he couldn't be traded at this. So, if there is an option where he signs the extension but wants to be traded, which isn't really what anyone thinks is going to happen, he could not be traded this February.
Right. So it's in his best interest. He's going to sign either way. It's just a matter of, do you sign a 2-year with a +1, player option? There are all kinds of things. The Lakers will give him whatever contract he wants.
Of course.
That's not the issue. It's just, what do you want? I just think, if you were Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss, and you're sitting there, and now Mark Walter, and you're sitting there trying to figure out, if we could design an offseason with Luka Doncic that would be, what is the best one we could figure out?
One that didn't include him playing for Slovenia?
Maybe.
You asked me.
Yeah. I know I asked Mark Walter, Jeannie
Well,
Bussin.
I'm being them. One
understand.
that would include
no,
my
right.
best
You're
asset
always
not
going to
playing
be
for Slovenia.
You're always going to be worried when
Yes.
these guys play internationally. You can't
But-
stop them from doing it, but you always.
I would
worry about
imagine the talent level is not that great
it.
in
It's
Slovenia.
Eurobasket or in Slovenia.
In
It's
Slovenia.
better than you think. He's their best player.
Well, he's the best player here.
He's definitely their best player.
The thing, too, why it's kind of leading to he's going to sign the extension either tomorrow or very soon is that he's not walking around like LeBron is, where it's always, for now, Lakers are my team. Currently, Luka's not posting a picture from, his training facility, but with Clippers gear in the background. Like, Luka
You had to know
is
that
giving
was going
every single inkling that he's going to resign.
If you're LeBron, you had to know that was going to stir something up.
Oh, yes, but like,
Why do you keep doing this?
And again, to clarify, this is LeBron posted an Instagram story yesterday, working out with lyrics from a Jay-Z song about what was it again, like the last ride or something like that. And the facility that he's training at is actually the Clutch training facility that they bought from the Clippers. They haven't redone yet, so everything has Clippers.
It needs a fresh coat of paint.
Right. And so his first picture in this carousel
Nice.
is him working out with full-on Clippers gear around him, with him having ominous caption with
Why do you
lyrics.
keep doing this stuff?
The caption is a response to Perk, who was saying on ESPN, your draft pick, right, Emily? Was saying,
I didn't pick him, no.
Somebody did.
It was Kasim.
It was my pick, yeah.
So
Defend your pick.
Your pick, Kasim.
Defend your pick.
Was on ESPN saying that LeBron was getting jealous of the attention that Luka was getting. He saw the pictures of Luka, and that got him back in the lab. And so
Okay, how
LeBron
does
was
he
like,
know that?
was basically a go bleep yourself to
We think.
Perk. No,
We think.
it absolutely was.
We
And,
think.
does he realize the Clippers thing behind? Yes, he does. Yeah. Does he care? No, I think he finds these things entertaining. But
why? Why do you find this fun? You like making people mad?
I
and
guess
upset?
it's a summer.
Jeez,
What do you do to pass the time in the summertime?
News. He likes people on NBA Central posting about him. The eyes emoji next to everything.
But it doesn't. But in terms of like what it actually means for the Lakers in this season, whatever it means, literally nothing. It's telling Perk, like, you moron. I've looked like, when has LeBron ever let himself go?
I've never seen him.
The idea
not
that
look good.
LeBron wasn't in the, even Perk was like, after he said it, was
Well,
like,
part
all
of it-
right, I know he's been in he never left the lab. But
part
like,
of it is true. I would say I would lean towards Perk on. I'm sure LeBron is feeling some type of way about the attention Luka's getting.
he probably is.
I want to talk about
You could have
this.
stopped there.
I want to talk about this after Factor Cap, because Zach Lowe was talking about the same thing. Luka's having a great summer, has
Inevitable.
all this positive press, and LeBron is still taking shots at the Lakers. So let's talk about that after Factor Cap.
Okay. Factor Cap, though, is next. That's next. That's a fact. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
What are you doing?
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Happy Friday, Jack. A feel-good Friday. This afternoon at 3 p.m., Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay Baseball, Young D, producer D, and Funchy Lover, they're all taking the day off. Those suckers.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Anyway, we're going to have a Rams training camp best of. Hear all the sights and sounds from the last few weeks of us live at Rams training camp with Sedano and Cappy, Beto Duran, Mason, and Andy. We'll bring you all the interviews, all the sights and sounds. That today, a little Rams training camp best of at 3 p.m., 3 to 6 this afternoon, presented by our friends at Pechanga Resort Casino. The best of Rams training camp this afternoon for a feel-good Friday on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's clean energy without the crash. No synthetic junk, just a smooth boost to keep you focused and locked in. Whether you're teeing off early, powering through the workday, or just need that extra push, Pro Baller delivers. Grab the limited edition Lakers can, available now at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores. Pro Baller Energy. Champions choose clean energy.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Pick me up and never put me down. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RICH for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code RICH. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RICH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RICH.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Say something in a different language.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, shalom.
Wie geht's?
That's a good one.
I don't know all the rituals. That's the problem.
Think of one. I like it.
Okay.
Well, somebody used hola, which is what I would have just gone with.
I think it was aloha, actually,
Yes.
so you could have done aloha.
Oh, ni hao.
There
Yeah,
we
there
go.
you go.
Okay, anyway.
Nice.
Konnichiwa.
So Michael Phelps.
On a roll now.
Here's what we're going to start with. Baltimore Ravens have, I believe they got like a new pool in their facility for, training, cross training.
Fact.
So you can run in the pool to recover from injury.
Yes.
Or anything. But the guys started to swim, and they were not very good at swimming, which is okay. Not everyone's good at swimming. But they posted a video asking Michael Phelps for help, because Michael Phelps is a Baltimore native,
He's a
a
fish.
known Ravens fan, and obviously is one of the greatest swimmers of all time. And Michael Phelps responded like, let's do it. But it got me thinking. A lot of people who are the quote-unquote GOATs that are the best in their sports, I would find it to be very hard to teach it, because they're almost always naturally talented, and the sport probably came relatively easy to them. So if you're great at something, it's hard to teach it. Brian, Factor Cap.
Fact, it certainly can be. For something like, because you don't always understand why it's hard. Like, for example, when I try to teach people how to do radio, it can be very challenging for me. It's just like, why aren't you doing it better?
Right.
Like, why don't you have that natural thing?
Yes.
It depends. I think sometimes it can be, it depends how hard it was for you at any point. Like, certain things are just so easy, you don't even really have the ability. You've never had to take your talent and put it into words.
Yes.
And like Kobe, for example, I think would have been a good teacher. Kobe,
You think?
yes, but in the sense that Kobe could understand.
He demoralize you.
Certain kind of teacher.
Break you
But
down.
like in terms of you want to understand how to do X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Kobe can articulate it because he was
I don't know.
so dedicated to I've heard
Yeah.
him talk about these things. Like
Yeah.
the technical aspects of like where your feet go, why your feet go there. What are you laying? Where's the pressure point that you're what's your cue? Like when you want somebody to now, he might get frustrated.
You think
Can't do it
Kobe
right.
could coach you without being able to do it?
Yes.
Like just stand there and tell you what to do? Or
I do.
Kobe could
Well,
say,
a lot of
"Follow
coaches
me."
get on the floor and they show you. Like
Yeah.
when you see all the things of like when Kobe used to work out with Hakeem,
Yeah.
who was a phenomenal teacher, Olajuwon.
Yeah.
You know, and still is. But like, so certain guys can do it. But you have to have the ability to articulate what it is that you're doing, not just watch me do this, but like, what are you doing with your feet? What are you doing with your hands?
True.
Why are you doing these things? And I think that's the part that is hard for a lot of athletes because you've never had to. You just do it. You've never had to think about what you're doing.
I'm going through. Okay, who is the top best player NBA that became a great coach? Phil Jackson does not count because he wasn't a great player.
And I would say Steve Kerr isn't a great
Steve
player
Kerr
in the same
was
level,
a
but
If you're talking about
player.
being a teacher
Larry
versus a
Bird-
coach, that's different. Head coach is a different job.
Well, I'm just talking about teaching the game. Larry Bird
No, most star players don't do it well.
Yeah.
Bird was successful, but he hated it.
hated it. Right. That's the other part of it. I'm with you. I'll go. What's the word? What's the question again?
if you are great at something, it's hard to teach it.
I'll go. Fact. It's definitely hard to teach. Like Isaac Bruce would be a great receivers coach. The problem is not with him teaching players. It's he doesn't like the hours. If you let him go home at 1 o'clock, he'd coach you.
Okay, so but again,
but he'd be a fantastic
hire him
teacher.
as a private teacher.
But I
Then
do
you're
know
good.
this: like great boxers do not make great trainers. It's like, hey, just do it this way. Well, I don't know how. Teach me how. I don't know. I just did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but leadership, CEOs, there are certain people who can explain that leadership stuff and what you're doing, and certain people who don't do it well. It can be hard because there is a talent to it. Like some
Michael
of these
Jordan
people
as a coach, take the ball and just jump over everybody and dunk it. Well,
Yeah, Michael
Right.
Phelps saying, hey, you just got to, have arms as long as your body is right now,
Right.
and then you can just pull all that water, and then you're super fast.
Are great computer programmers, like coders, can they teach coding? I don't know.
I highly doubt it. Kasim, if someone is great at something, it's hard to teach it.
I think that's fact. Yeah, I think we talk about like Michael Jordan being like, I know obviously being a GM is different from teaching the game, but in instances where we see great players being in a role of teaching, it's like they're not really that good at being a coach or a general manager or something like that. So I'm gonna have to say fact on that. Yeah,
some of the best drummers can't teach.
Right.
They don't know. I can't teach you. It's natural. Yeah.
Okay. I saw this tweet, and so I'm basically just going to steal it. Congrats to that tweeter. Saying,
well done.
That's crazy is the best way to signal to someone, wrap it up. So you're talking to somebody, you're not really interested in what they're saying, you say, that's crazy. That's the best way to tell someone your story should be over, especially if you say it twice. DeMarco, Patrick.
I'm going to go Cap. I think the best way to tell somebody to wrap it up is just say, hey, wrap it up.
Well, that's rude. You don't want to say that to everybody.
So what you're saying is saying that's crazy is the nice way to tell people to wrap it up.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go. That's facts. But the best way to tell somebody to wrap it up, hey,
All
wrap
right, that's
that thing
cool.
up.
Hey, or you just change the subject yourself. That is 100% Cap, because that is also a really easy way to have somebody not understand a single thing that you're trying to tell them. That's crazy. Yeah, isn't it? And then they did this. It's like, no, you went through the stop sign. Like nobody, that's not a universally known thing.
I feel like it is. Damn, that's crazy. Twice? That's the only thing you contributed to the conversation. That's crazy.
On the phone, that means he's trying to get off the phone. I could hear that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, bye.
It's the delivery of that's
Yes.
crazy. Not that's crazy.
That's true. Enthusiasm, got to make sure it's really unenthusiastic.
Kasim.
I'm not even gonna. That's my go-to. Like when I'm not even paying attention, or it's like I don't even care. It's like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
Now we know.
Date's over.
I'm like thinking about all the people at the station. I've said that's crazy too now. Oh Lord.
Now you'll be looking for it, right?
Yep. Last one for you guys. So there was a snafu at the factory that does both high noons and Celsius. And the makers of Celsius have said that there is a batch. Oh, do we all know what Celsius and high noon are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
those
Celsius
drinks.
is the energy drink. High noon is the alcoholic
Is the drink, yeah.
And they look kind of similar. They have the long, tall cans.
Yes.
And so you could easily mix these up. But anyway, Celsius announced that there was a mix-up and that some Celsius have alcohol in them.
Yay.
That a batch has had some alcohol put into it by accident because they're the same factory that does High Noon and Celsius. And, I have Celsius in the morning occasionally. I had one today before I went to work. And it would definitely be interesting. So, you want to get the Celsius with alcohol in it. Kasim, Patrick, Cap.
I'm going to say Cap. I think energy drinks, the point of it is to, get energy. I don't think I would mix the two, but,
Have you ever had a Four Loko, child?
I have not, no.
Okay. Well, it is
That's
quite
crazy.
the experience.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy.
BK. You want to get the Celsius with
as long as I am not.
The Four Locos with a Chipotle burrito. Great mix.
Ooh, look at you.
Veteran move. As long as I don't unwittingly end up in a situation where I'm driving and I suddenly don't understand why I can't steer. But if it's just a regular day,
bad place to figure out you can't steer.
Why not?
All right, DeMarco, you want to get the Celsius with alcohol in it.
Fact, isn't that basically Red Bull vodka? That's where it started, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Well,
Red Bull and vodka.
Four Loko and Red Bull and vodka, espresso martinis, same thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is like one of those, your food may have been produced at a factory that makes peanuts. Processes peanuts.
Yeah, the cross-contamination.
Yes.
And sometimes, too,
That'd be fun. Yes.
People do Celsius and vodka, and it's not my choice, but it's interesting. So Factor Cap is brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You may have many choices in legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000, the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Or visit normandlegal.com.
Very 90s, right? Red Bull vodka.
No,
that's a 90s thing.
I think it's an all-the-time thing. I have Red Bull vodka all the time.
Yeah, but it
I think
began
of you
in
as
the
timeless,
90s.
though, Emily.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Yeah,
So
it is timeless. Energy drinks and
You're kind of a
alcohol.
throwback.
The first time you tried that combo, wasn't it wild?
No, I didn't.
Why am I up so
Red
long?
Bull is disgusting. They're not a sponsor, right?
I hope not.
They aren't now. The guy comes in every 6 months, does terrible damage, and then leaves. All right, LeBron James, should he be showing more outward enthusiasm for the incredible transformation that Luka Doncic is making? That is next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
The biggest show on the radio.
Would you eat a live cricket?
Eat a live cricket.
For $100.
You would not lose your job or get fired for that.
Some people do those.
You wouldn't get hurt.
I'd eat a deep fried cricket, but I wouldn't eat a live cricket. No, but I would do those things they sell in Seattle.
Yeah, the fried. I've had those.
You've had those?
Fried insects.
What are they like?
I had them in Mexico. They're delicious. They're crunchy.
Yeah.
They're almost like potato chips with legs.
Would you eat a deep fried roach?
Oh,
No,
God.
But what's the difference?
Because a roach is different. A roach is just different. In the backyard, we will often have a squirrel, and I will always think,
People eat those.
That's just what we did when I was growing up.
You did?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, no way.
My dad hunted for everything.
What do they taste? Don't say they taste like chicken. What do they taste like?
To say it.
Mason and Ireland, coming up next at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
And it is an LAFC ticket giveaway on 710 called 877-710-ESPN. I don't know, right now, for your chance to win tickets to tonight's game at BMO as the Black and Gold battle Pachuca in a League's Cup. Be callers 7 and 10 right now at 877-710-ESPN, and you will be at BMO, only from 710 ESPN.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Los Angeles Kings. December 14th, 3 p.m., Crypto.com Arena. On sale now at AXS.com.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Back Monday at 3 p.m.
You know that now the airlines are starting to put in a tip option for the flight attendants?
Really? Come on.
When they ask if you want to buy something like a drink or snack or whatever, and they swipe your card on like an iPad thing, now they flip the screen to you and ask you if you want to leave the flight attendant a tip.
Okay, if a flight attendant asked me for a tip, where honestly, like if you bring your phone on a Frontier flight, they charge you like $100 just to carry your phone on the plane.
Waters aren't even free.
If they ask me for a tip on Frontier, at this point I'm saying I'm making a stand.
No.
The answer is no tip.
I can say I've thankfully never flown Frontier.
Yeah, I've flown it once.
Now a lot of the other
Wasn't
airlines
good.
are starting to do it too because
That's
of it.
ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Please pull that drop. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It is 10:45 on a Friday, so that means that I'm going to give you my Pachanga pick of the week. I've been pretty good to you guys the last couple of weeks, and I haven't seen the odds for this, so I'm just going to throw this out here. So Blake Snell is scheduled to pitch on Saturday for the Dodgers, and so I think that Blake Snell is going to get over 4 innings pitched. I think he's going to go over that. I mean, hopefully he gets over 4 innings pitched. Ideally, he get into the 7th or 6th, but let's hope he goes over 4. That's my Pachanga pick of the week.
That was the Pachanga Pick of the Week presented by Pachanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit Pachanga.com for more information. I hope you're right. I wonder how much he can actually do coming back from being off for so long.
Yeah,
Blake
I believe
Snell.
he hasn't pitched since April.
Yes,
so it's an
9
incredibly
innings.
long time.
Yes.
But, he is someone who breaks down often, so maybe this is something that he'll be fresher when it comes to the postseason.
Well, you're expecting him to be a major contributor down the stretch here, so this is ultra importante for Dodger fans
But
and the Dodgers in general.
If
Yeah.
their rotation turns out to be what we thought it was going to be before the season starts with Glasnow, Yamamoto, Ohtani, Snell, that's an incredible group of guys that you have pitching for
incredibly comforting if you have all those pitchers and pitching well all at the same time. Yeah, all this stuff that we're gnashing our teeth over goes away. Even your hitting woes, even the fact that Michael Conforto, and I love saying this, is out hitting Shohei Ohtani for the past month. This is so funny to say that because I hate Conforto.
It'll come around. All right, so I want to talk about something that we teased a little bit at 10:15, and it was about LeBron. And I think it was interesting. I listened to Zach Lowe yesterday talk about Luka and LeBron on his podcast, and he was kind of talking about a side of the LeBron thing I don't think we've talked about enough. This is Zach Lowe on this offseason for the Lakers.
And it made me think, shouldn't this really excite LeBron James playing with that version of Luka Doncic, a guy who was far and away the best player on a team that made the conference finals 2 years ago in the better conference, which just gets better and better every year. And they made the finals a season and a half ago, whatever it was, like very recently, the 2024 finals. Shouldn't that excite LeBron? And that made me think of the statement that has really defined the NBA offseason. The statement that Rich Paul put out when LeBron opted in to $52.6 million, opted in when he could have been a free agent and signed anywhere he wanted for any amount of money that was available. It sounds like he's talking about like a team that is going tanking around him when they have this player, Luka Doncic, who looks like this. And I read that statement, I'm like, LeBron's talking about the Lakers like they're the Hornets and him, like they're the Wizards and him.
That LeBron was upset that he wants he signed it knowing that he wants to compete for championships, to go all in. What did he expect them to do this offseason that they haven't already done? Like, the best version of this Lakers team to go to win a championship would be playing with Luka Doncic, a top 3 player in the league, at the best shape he's ever been in his life.
I'll say this. There is a bit of a gap when LeBron picked up, his option and that statement came out, skinny Luka was sort of,
there was drips and drabs
he
of
was
it.
a
And
rumor
at the embryo
you would assume,
stage.
Right.
Yeah.
if they're teammates, he's getting updates from Luka, or they're texting a little bit.
That I would not assume that.
That teammates aren't talking in the offseason?
Not necessarily those two.
LeBron was
They hate
talking
each
to
other.
his other friends that he's been, I'm sure he
Right,
kept
but
up with
sure
Anthony Davis.
I'm not sure how tight he and Luka are.
And that's an issue.
Well, you don't keep tabs on all your teammates.
No, I mean,
yeah,
they're professional. It's summer break.
Go home. Yeah.
I think, I don't think they dislike each other. I think they like playing with each other, but I don't think they're like tight. I haven't gotten that impression.
I wouldn't be shocked if they're jealous or if LeBron is jealous of the attention Luka's
I think there's
getting.
a little bit of that.
You have to share the limelight now.
It's just,
and LeBron he has to deal with the fact that Luka is priority number 1.
Like in this season, we saw that right after Luka was traded to the Lakers, they tried to get the Mike Williams deal done because Luka wanted a big center that he could throw lobs to. And LeBron was upset at the moment because he'd been asking for their stuff for a while.
Right,
and the Lakers were like, no.
for that for a long
Yeah,
time.
Forever.
And then
yes.
right as Luka got traded, then the Lakers moved to do this. So it's this gnawing thing potentially that LeBron feels as if he's not listened to anymore.
Yes, and that's the other thing where who was the person we just heard from? What was his
Zach
name?
Lowe.
Zach Lowe is interpreting what he thinks LeBron is thinking. We don't know what LeBron is thinking. This is just all what we think the man might be thinking. He could be happy as clams right now.
I think
is
he's
that right?
fine.
Happy as a clam?
Yeah, I think he's fine. And I think, look, if he really wanted to leave, he really wanted out of LA, he would have not picked up his option and signed somewhere else. Like that was a choice.
He'd be out of here.
He's obviously not so unhappy that he's willing to leave $50 million on the table. Like there's a certain level. Now, do I think he's guaranteed to stay after this year? I do not. I think this very well could be his last year in LA. And there is a sort of at cross purposes where you remember too, like when he picked up that extension, there was all this talk of, clean sheet. The Lakers don't want to commit any long-term money, and they have it, by the way, but they've improved the team anyway. But like they don't want it. They want to have open cap space for 26. Definitely want to have it for 27 to pursue a running mate for Luka, which is Jokic or
Yes.
Giannis. I hate this idea, by the way, because
Why?
Because
you hate Jokic coming here?
No, Jokic isn't coming here. That's the point. There's no
Why are you messing with me,
the
man?
free agent market just doesn't work in this way where superstars just like leave
Let me
teams
have
like
my
that.
dreams.
You can dream it.
That's crazy.
I'm not telling you to
That's
stop
crazy.
dreaming. I'm just telling you it's not going to work. I hate the idea. It's such an unimaginative way to build a team. But all of that talk was the big dominant that they didn't have DeAndre Ayton. They hadn't made any free agent moves. They hadn't made any trades. They hadn't done anything. And so that was put out there because that's what LeBron does every summer. As a thing like this, LeBron exerts some kind of leverage. What's different now is LeBron has far less leverage to exert. He's trying to because his timeline is really short. Even if he plays 2 or 3 more seasons, which I guess he could, like if he wants to, he clearly is pretty good.
Sure he could.
It's still like his ability to control what a franchise does or dictate all those things
has come
for
to
him.
an end.
It doesn't work anymore.
Yes.
It's not the same because even teams that want him, Cleveland might want him to come back to Cleveland, please. Like whatever. But are they going to pay? Are they going to give up a lot of stuff in a trade for the Lakers? Are they going to be willing to pay him 2 years and $100 million? Probably not. And so it's just different. I think this is a muscle that LeBron flexes every year. And if he was really unhappy, the signals would be different to me. I think he's perfectly happy with what the Lakers are doing. And I think there's a preparation going on here for, is it time for, in everybody's best interest? Like the Lakers, can I tell you, like, what's really screwed this whole thing up? LeBron James has been way better for way longer than anyone, the Lakers and probably LeBron, expected when he came to LA.
This has gone 4 years longer than I ever thought it would.
If you had told them that LeBron would be an All-NBA second-team player, finish sixth in MVP voting.
That's when he hosed you.
Right, at 40.
He's too good to get rid of.
He's right. And so, like, this is just gone, and, like, nobody knows what to do. But, like, the Lakers are trying to pivot a little bit. They don't want to get rid of LeBron because replacing him is, for all you fans out there who want, I'm tired of LeBron. Okay, you try to replace that production with with what's available in the free agent market
and
with
that
what you have to trade.
consistency.
Right, it can't be done.
I also think,
with one guy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another reason why it's all this outward showing stuff that LeBron typically does that he doesn't. He has before, something like the Men's Health magazine, it's put out in a tweet. If it was Anthony Davis when he played with him, he would have quote tweeted that, had that's tough, and
awesome.
the blowing.
Here, let's go.
That's my dude.
Right.
He's never said anything. He has not said anything about Luka on social media really at all.
True.
In this period where Luka's been doing a press tour all around, and it just does seem like it's a little bit of unhappiness.
Has he ever said anything about anyone else?
I think
he says it about his other people in the league.
Was he?
I do agree. Like I can't go back and look at him. And the man's a prolific social media user.
He tweets when people are going off on a night he's not playing basketball. He tweets about people having injuries. Like he tweets about people across the league and his teammates often. And that he hasn't reposted Luka's Men's Health thing.
Is there a world where he thinks that Luka shouldn't have all this power? That he actually thinks he's still the barn boss? Like, you're wrong. It's me, not him.
Maybe.
Is there a world that exists to where LeBron thinks you're here to help me and not the other way around?
I don't think he's delusional. And I also don't think, look at the evidence on the court. Like, when they acquired LeBron, or acquired Luka, becomes Luka's team, all these, LeBron didn't get in the way of that.
Well, it became Luka's team. Did you inform LeBron of that? Or is that just us talking?
No, they didn't tell. But LeBron's not stupid. Like, he understands, you have a 26-year-old superstar and you have a 40-year-old superstar.
Right.
You build the team around the 26-year-old.
I agree he's not stupid, but he may not be jealous.
Right.
He may not be jealous of Luka either.
I think he's happier now than he was before because he sees what Luka's doing. And
your team's making moves
and
to get better.
Your team has a new center, and you've got a defensive. I'm sure he loves the Marcus Smart acquisition. You've got a defensive-minded player in the backcourt who's a veteran who you don't have to explain things to. You picked up LaRavia. They've done about as much as they can.
So, Emily, you would like LeBron to say something to the an affirmation of "I love what we've done."
Or that we're on the same page. We're all working in the same sense. And I'm sure maybe he texted him this personally, but it does not. There hasn't been this outward showing of.
Yeah,
we're all on the same team. I'm excited for Laker basketball.
And meanwhile, it's a lot of, I'm at the Cleveland facility.
Right.
I'm at the Cleveland. Now, look, does he work out at the Cleveland facility every year? Yes, he does. Does he work out at this Clutch facility every year?
Is that connected to always talking about the Lakers, like how LeBron does this? Because when we talk about him, we're talking about the Lakers.
But we're going to get into in a minute here. We're going to get into the whole Europe League thing, and that was the thing, because you were talking about the Jokic dream.
Yeah,
he had the picture with Maverick Carter and Jokic's agent and LeBron there, and that was designed. Oh wait, no, it's LeBron and Jokic. It turns out he was trying to create a little bit of conversation, a little bit of chatter around a European league that could be coming sooner than you think, and it could have LeBron's stamp on it. That is next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tonight, it's League's Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
David flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
At Target, back-to-school-a-days are here. What is back-to-school-a-days, you ask? We're talking 7 days of deals on looks and styles the kids will love, at prices you'll love even more. Because back-to-school at Target means getting all of the above. Through August 2nd, save 25% on select kids' clothes, with additional savings to round out their looks, including uniforms, leggings, polos, and activewear. Plus, their new favorite backpacks are 30% off. Happy back-to-school-a-days now through August 2nd, only at Target. Terms and conditions apply.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. Your lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right.
No.
No?
Oh,
okay.
Whatever you're thinking, no.
All right. Sorry, Emily.
I keep saying this. I'm just shocked that LeBron, you're the king of basketball, man. Like, why do you do these things? Why do you love people talking about you all the time? You don't need it, right?
No,
you're a legend.
Probably doesn't.
I'm
but
just,
like,
you don't need it.
I get it, but it's like, why? Why does Kevin Durant pick fights with eggs on Twitter?
Because he's Kevin Durant. That's his thing.
Because he's LeBron.
But you don't have to be this way.
You don't have to be that way, Kevin Durant, either.
That's different.
This is just a sport. This is part of the sport for LeBron.
I guess so.
And of all,
playing with emotions.
Of all the things that you do, like that LeBron does, 20-something years in the league, like this is basically the biggest criticism people have of him. People are still
and
going
it's not
back.
Really, it's not really. It's just like
It's
why do you
annoying.
do these?
It annoys
Yes.
fans.
And
it puts the attention.
Moment,
it puts the attention on himself, and there's no question. Like it doesn't need to be done. Like
in a private moment, if he told me I just do this for fun, I think it's hilarious.
I think there's a good chance I don't think he does it.
Yes,
I don't think he does it just for fun.
Yes,
but I do think he finds it fun.
He's never caused a distraction for his team with his social media presence.
But that's why people are. What's it gonna be, this season's gonna be? No,
he likes to tweak us.
He's going to show up and he's going to be a professional and he's going to play because he doesn't. If the Lakers aren't going to move him, they're not going to buy him out. Like they're not doing that.
Yeah.
First of all, the team's where's he going to go? That's better than the Lakers. The Lakers were a 50-win team last year.
But it's just like
better than they were at the end of the playoffs.
He's a living plot twist. It's just
no question. And he
constantly drives
he
you
loves
crazy.
the drama. He enjoys it.
Yes,
and it's part of the show.
He would make a great reality show.
We should have drafted him.
Inside the mind of LeBron.
He likes to put up the stuff on Instagram and then be like, everybody go touch grass. Like, because
everybody go touch grass.
At the same time, there's always an explanation that makes sense. Like, yes, I work out in Cleveland every year, folks, but okay, context.
I know.
Like, we're still waiting on your contract. You haven't really, there's tension here. There's a little bit of, okay, fine. Do you believe fully that Rich Paul, when he says, we didn't ask for a 1-1, and the Lakers have said, we didn't offer it, and Rich Paul said, we didn't ask, but they didn't ask because they knew it wasn't going to be offered.
Right.
Because they're smarter than that.
It's fun. See, you're having fun. Semantics.
But that's it's semantics, but it's also like everybody sort of putting out, like, that to me is the Lakers and Rich Paul and LeBron putting out because they don't want to humiliate LeBron. They don't want to embarrass LeBron. And trading, like, LeBron isn't going to make a trade demand, I think. I think what we are going to see.
I thought he'd make one.
Nope. What we will see is something that's kind of looks like the Luka deal. If LeBron were to be traded, it looks like the Luka deal where everybody goes, holy bleep, what just happened? Because the last thing that LeBron wants to do, in my opinion,
is ask out
and not have a market. Who's trading for LeBron?
We couldn't figure out a team. I thought Dallas, maybe New York.
Maybe,
but you'd have to give up too much to get him.
You just have to give up in salary alone. And the Lakers have to be willing to take that money back.
Right.
And LeBron has to approve whatever trade deal has happened because he has a no trade
right.
clause.
And so, and he's remember when Kobe was going to be traded to Chicago and vetoed it because he didn't want Luol Deng to come back to the Lakers.
So I want to be traded and nobody wants me.
So what he does not, if LeBron gets traded, it's going to be one of these things where it happens really fast, where any news of, oh my God, guys, this is percolating, is beginning because it's about 90% done with whatever team it's going with. Because what he does not want to do is be on. Plus, how many times? LeBron's worn the black hat once in his career?
Miami.
Mm-hmm. After he went to Miami,
they were really good.
But it didn't suit him well. He didn't like it. It didn't work very well.
Really? I thought they were loving it.
Team
down
was
there.
great, but just from he's just not that guy, and so he's not going to wreck. You have to be willing to wreck a team to force your way out of somewhere. He's not going to do that anyway. He's not built that way. But also, too, he's certainly not going to do it when he's to wreck one of the 2-3 max seasons that he's got left in the league. So it's not going to happen.
You have to wreck a team to get him or wreck a team when he leaves?
LeBron would have to wreck the team to leave.
He
might leave.
How would he wreck the team by leaving?
Cause such a huge distraction, cause such a huge problem, put the Lakers in a situation where they just have to get rid of him.
Yes, you may find euphoria if that happens.
From the Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst's article that came out right the same day as our All-Star Friday night, it was the Lakers believe this is their last year of LeBron. They are preparing that whether or not LeBron retires after this year or not, the Lakers are done after this year.
And that's the context change. There was never the control over next year.
Yes,
always was with LeBron.
But there's no way he's here after a year. There's no way.
I wouldn't say no way.
There's no way.
I would guess, if I'd guess, I'd say he's done after this year. He's somewhere else, playing Cleveland. He's playing somewhere.
Or playing in this Europe League. Because there's potential this league
I think this is
could be up and going as soon as next year, as soon as the 2026-27 season. Because Bill Simmons talked about this today on his podcast, about that it's going to be moving quicker than I think we all think.
I could see him doing this.
Right.
That he leaves NBA to go to this league that he is running.
Right. This is
competes against
European
the NBA.
style, European F1 style basketball league. This is why he was with Maverick Carter and Nikola Jokic's agent, sitting on that boat, and all that kind of stuff.
Lots of boat talk lately.
I mean, hey, it's nice work if you can get it.
Do you think that this would work? Or
yes, I
think
do.
Bill Simmons kind of poo-pooed the idea that there's going to be these major stars coming, and he thinks that the talent going to this Europe League, if it did happen, would not be potential Nikola Jokic's of the world, but probably like LeBron's, maybe other
Older
big name
guys
people
with
that
names.
are older. So it might not be as splashy as.
Can you go back? Can you play in both? Or are they
So,
competing?
I think I misspoke yesterday when I said that they could do both, but I think it's that you have to choose.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, because it would happen at the same time.
Well, where's the money going to be greater and bigger?
Oh, NBA. But I think this is one of these deals where I don't know what LeBron's paying himself to do it. You go over there and you do it to help promote the league.
I'm pretending I'm Wemby, and you're trying to sell me on this.
Well, I mean, look how Big Three has been a success.
Yes.
So you take guys over there, you could pull a lot of European players.
That's the model, right? Older guys with names.
Guys with names, but also too, you're pulling. It's not just pulling from the NBA market. You're going to be able to pull from really popular European players who either maybe they play both. Like maybe there's a way for to kind of play in this special league, but you're still playing for your other your European team. Like names that we won't be like, who's traveling to Madrid to watch that guy? But they're legends.
Name and presence still has a lot of value.
Depending on the money that's behind this, it could be a huge amount of money. So, like, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo is playing for some team in Saudi Arabia that no one can watch on any TV pretty much, but they paid him an exorbitant amount of money because they just have that money to be able to play. And F1, these drivers get paid a ton of money. So if you're trying to be like F1, like European soccer leagues without a cap, these players could probably make so much money in this European.
A lot of money. Yes, a ton of money.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
LeBron will make a lot of money.
It's a great idea. And I think, does LeBron play in this league before he's done the NBA? Probably not. Does he cut his NBA career short to play in this league? Probably not. But
that would be something.
Especially if
that would top the decision, wouldn't it? I'm leaving the NBA and going here.
Right. Because you're done because I'm
not even giving the NBA a retirement tour.
You don't want to do
right over here.
At that point, you just don't want to do the grind of like I don't want to go through another off season. I want to do the stuff that it requires for me to be healthy enough to play at the level that I expect. But like let's say it took 2 years, you get this year, you get next year as the retirement tour, and then he goes and plays 2 years in this European league that's his. I see that.
Great move, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome.
We got one
I don't
kid
know
left.
That many people that have started different
When
leagues.
would it be? Like when during the year?
Well, that's what we don't.
He's got one kid left in school, basically. The other two are essentially.
You're not going to compete.
What Simmons was talking about was like fall next year, almost the same time. I think the same time as the NBA.
You were competing with the NBA. Yeah. That would be something.
Sort of.
That would be like Hogan going to NWO.
Sort of.
Yes. If
LeBron
is competing in a different league while the NBA's on, that would be interesting.
It's more event-based, more tournament-based, more like AAU, where, so you have
but I'm assuming it's going to be televised.
Or 2 tournaments a month, yes, being televised over a weekend, that these 2 teams or 3 teams are matching up on the 2nd and 4th weekends.
That would be the NBA will never.
Idea.
They'll never allow guys to go back and forth.
No, they're not going to go back and forth. I mean, you're taking high-profile European players and figuring that, and then retired Big 3 style NBA players.
Right, but if you get the right retired guys, it's like they never left.
Especially in that
KD cycles to that league.
In that format,
Curry cycles over.
In that format, guys can look really good.
Yes,
because you're playing.
That's what I'm saying.
You're playing once a week.
The guys that we're consider old, the old guard that are moving on, move right to that league.
It's not because you can't play at all. It's because you can't play 82 games in 6 months.
But
and
we
more
can play
than
a tournament.
You don't want to.
Right.
Consider like LeBron and Wade playing again.
That's what
Who
I'm
knows
saying.
If Dwayne Wade could play a couple weekends out of the year.
That would be awesome if he did that. If LeBron said, you know what? The way you treated me, I'm just going to start a league that competes with you, and I'm taking some of your stars with me.
Yeah, but it's just like this is like how LeBron does it.
Does things?
He likes to put out the thing, and everybody freaks out like, with Jokic's agent, what are we doing here? Like, and then and he doesn't mind. He doesn't.
No,
immediately
we're talking
come out
about
and say,
him, of course.
But like in this case, he wants that photograph to generate buzz. So that when this stuff starts to trickle out, now
everything is calculated.
Yeah,
he knows how our ecosystem works and how social media ecosystem works. He knows the ebbs and flows. He knows what to leave in to create fervor.
Right. Do I think his primary purpose in posting the picture yesterday was to tweak Lakers fans or the NBA by posing in front of the Clippers logo? I do not. I think his primary purpose was slapping down on Perk for implying that somehow I'm not a huge fan.
You just hate
for implying that LeBron is only working out because Luka got skinny.
Yes.
And these guys, is it an invented slight? Yes, it is. But Lord knows These guys are famous, pro athletes for doing that sort of thing. But then I said, does he care that he flips people out because it's in front of the Clippers logo? Absolutely not. I think he just sees that as an ancillary benefit.
Why do you hate Perk so much?
Why do I hate him?
Why do you hate Perk so much?
I don't really know him.
Leave my guy alone. It's like my uncle. Come
on. It is an LAFC ticket giveaway on 710 ESPN. Call 877-710-ESPN right now for your chance to win tickets to tonight's game at BMO as the black and gold battle. This is where the P comes from.
There you
Pachuca in the League's Cup. Be callers 7 and 10 right now, 877-710-ESPN, and you will be at BMO only from 710 ESPN. Circle back to where we started. Do you believe DeMarco more or less in the Dodgers post-trade deadline than you did before? That's next. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Happy Friday, Jack. A feel-good Friday. This afternoon at 3 p.m., Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay Baseball, Young D, producer D, and Funchy Lover, they're all taking the day off. Those suckers.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Anyway, we're going to have a Rams training camp best of. Hear all the sights and sounds from the last few weeks of us live at Rams training camp with Sedano and Cappy, Beto Duran, Mason, and Andy. We'll bring you all the interviews, all the sights and sounds. That today, a little Rams training camp best of at 3 p.m., 3 to 6 this afternoon, presented by our friends at Pechanga Resort Casino. The best of Rams training camp this afternoon for a feel-good Friday on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's John Ireland. If you've been searching for an energy drink that actually works without the crash or junk, look no further than Pro Baller Energy. Made with clean ingredients and natural caffeine, it gives you a smooth, focused boost, whether you're at work, on the golf course, or just need a pick-me-up. It's energy you can feel good about, and the limited edition Lakers can makes it even better. Find Pro Baller at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores today. Try it and see why champions choose clean energy.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So we got some news out of the NFL and the Cowboys. Micah Parsons has tweeted that he wants out of Dallas. That he tweeted, "Thank you, Dallas," with a notes app full dissertation of everything that's been going on with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna read some of it because it's a lot. It's a lot. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know that we were open to negotiate. When they met with at the combine, my agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price would only go up. But I didn't care. I wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was before any other pass rusher deals got done this offseason. I knew I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. And again, radio silence as far as my extension. In March, I met with Mr. Jones to talk about leadership. Somehow the conversation turned into him talking contract with me. Yes, I engaged back and forth, but in regards to what I wanted for my contract, but at no point I believe this is supposed to be a formal negotiation and was informed by Mr. Jones afterward that my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. He's basically going scorched earth on the Jones family, on the Cowboys, saying that there's bad faith negotiations here, just kind of lighting a fire on the Cowboys organization with this notes app tweet. It's very long. It's about 3 pages long. And it says that my trade request has been submitted formally to Stephen Jones personally.
Wow.
So Micah Parsons.
Is there like a slot outside of his door for that sort of thing?
I guess so.
Just
or
drop your trade request in the box.
a manila envelope
Right.
handed like you've been served, Mr. Stephen Jones here.
Stephen Jones, boom, here you go.
And he's, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL today.
One of
an
the
incredible
best defensive
talent.
players, period.
He's
Yeah.
insanely good.
I'm looking at his numbers. So he led Dallas in sacks with 12, led them in tackles for loss with 12, led them in quarterback hits with 23. He is, I think, 10th on the team in tackles. But you pay him to be a disruptor, not just get guys on the ground. I don't know what his financial situation is, but he seems pretty desperate for the raise. And if they know that, then they can just wait you out. That's the other thing that no one tells you. When guys come into the league and they spend like there's no tomorrow, even if they have good years, they know they're going to make it up on their next deal. Well, when you come up on contract negotiation and the team knows where you're sitting financially, all we have to do is wait. This dude's damn near broke. Eventually he's going to come back.
And this is kind of what he's talking about. Well,
Yes.
in terms of he has felt as if he has been met with just complete radio silence on terms of a formal negotiation, but that that Jerry Jones has, said, "Oh, I don't know, he gets injured a lot," in his formal addresses to the media.
They know all they have to do is wait, and he's going to cave. And I think you're starting to see frustration. That's what that is. When you actually release, this is good for Dallas. He's got it out. He told you how frustrated he is. They're not going to trade him. Eventually, he's going to wind up coming back on a deal that I guess is more friendly for the team than for him. It is what it is.
You don't think there's any chance they trade him?
No, I do not. And this is crazy. This is the other side of being on the other side of the ball. If he was the guy that actually scored points for you, a receiver or quarterback or what have you, this wouldn't go on this long. You'd probably cave and give it to the guy that scored.
But I do feel like they do it even for those guys too. Like there were wide receivers that came up last year. They also treated the same way.
Some, but especially for defensive guys, when they start paying you quote unquote quarterback money, it gets hard because it's very prohibitive. You're tying up a lot of money for a guy that does not score points. So it's really, you better make sure you make the right choice. I know the Rams did it with Aaron Donald and it worked out. You got the ring. But for the most part, what it does is hamstring you long term. You can't pay certain people because you're paying one guy that does one thing a lot of money. That's why you have to kind of treat these things with kid gloves or take it slow.
Let me just read this last little part of it. That not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. Up to today, my team has not had a single conversation with my agent, so the team at Dallas, about a contract. Still, I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives I have made, a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade has been requested formally to Stephen Jones.
And you know what Dallas says? No, we're not going to trade you. I think it's obvious what he wants, right? What did Myles Garrett sign for? Because the other big pass rusher disruptor, Max Crosby, is making big dough. Trey Hendrickson, he just showed up back in Cincinnati.
Myles
because
Garrett was
$40 million
4
average,
year.
$123.5 million guaranteed.
So you don't even have to make a demand. When you start talking about those guys, you talk about Micah Parsons in the same vein. He wants that sort of deal. You know where he wants, and it's dare I say it's too much? It's not too much, but it is too much, especially for a team like Dallas that has other issues.
Would it be is it too much for the Rams structure their money around paying guys like, Aaron Donald for a while, but now Jared Verse as an edge rusher and all that kind of stuff. This just being so good up front that you can get by with, ball boys for linebackers.
I'd rather have mid-level veterans that know what they're doing versus trying to draft and develop every single year.
Particularly in a position like that.
Because you're paying 10 guys all the money. And if I am going to pay 10 guys all the money, I want to make sure they score with the ball, not the other way. That's the other
thing.
So
do you think a lot of teams would be like, oh, Micah Parsons available? Let's go figure this out. Like if he's got a trade demand out there.
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm assuming
he's
he wants
really good.
He wants TJ Watt money. He wants Myles Garrett money. That's a lot, especially considering what we do and do not have on this football team. So you say you take Micah Parsons and you pay him what he wants. Our pass rush is going to be better. Are we going to be better?
Okay, let's hold that thought because this is where my impression, at least, of how the Rams operate is based on the answer to that question. So I want to get to that next. But first, listen up, soccer fans. San Antonio Cardinal Wine and ESPN LA want to send you and a guest to the final match of the season. It's the Soccer Dream Ticket. Enter for your chance to win now at soccerdreamticket.com. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal, the perfect game day wine. Is this the way that the Rams are operating? Yes or no to the question DeMarco's asking about a player like Micah Parsons. Get to that next. Actually, no, wait, we're doing hot and cold next, aren't we?
We are doing that next.
Hey, BK.
We can just talk. We can keep talking about the Rams. We don't have to break
hot
right now.
This is crazy. Hot talk.
Yeah, let's keep talking about the Rams.
That's
next.
So crazy.
All right. 710 ESPN.
All right. Anyway, what do you want to talk about with Highlands, Marco?
You know that feeling, Emily. Definitely. You're finally asleep. You get into that deep REM sleep, and then bam, out of nowhere, your leg seizes up like you just ran a fourth quarter sprint. Really sucks. I played through pain before, but a 3 a.m. leg cramp, no bueno. Just cannot do it. That is next level pain. Leg cramps used to wake me up out of a deep sleep, and I'd have to pace around the bed half awake trying to shake this thing off. That's not rest. That's not recovery. That's a midnight workout that I did not want or sign up for. Now I don't mess around. I keep Highlands leg cramps PM right there on the nightstand. If a cramp starts to hit, the quick dissolving tablet goes right to work. No water needed. No groggy side effects. Just fast, effective relief that lets me get back to sleep and sleep through the night without that stupid Charlie horse surprise. Hate that. Because real rest is all that matters. It's the best PED out there. Good sleep. Do yourself a favor. Take back your night. Get the sleep you need. Pick up Highlands Leg Cramps PM today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highlands Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Tonight, it's League's Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
Nabi flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, There's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
I auditioned for Old Broadway once, only I was off-key, off-beat, and off-stage. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
It's gonna be hot thunder from down under. Live August 15th.
Number 2.
The Marketplace. Because poke, pizza, and pork ribs are a party on your plate.
And the number 1 reason.
Football is back. Grab a beer. Give your team a cheer. Need I say more? Watch everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Morongo. Good times.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, Next Gen. Next Gen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot, who's cold, thanks to Next Gen. Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hey.
Hody, hody. We're waiting on you, BK.
Kasim, you gotta have that mic next to your face next time.
Yeah, I was lacking. I gotta be ready next time.
Waiting on BK.
What do I say?
Something in a different language. Say
Again?
hello.
I thought we did that already.
It's again. Say it again.
It's okay. See, the thing is, it started as I went to Hawaii. I started at Factor Cap saying aloha, and then they all started doing it. And then when we get to hot and cold, then Jorge started coming in aloha first, because I would start slow out of the top, and now it's never mind.
Oh.
All right. What's hot?
You know what? Put it on the screen.
Oh, my God.
Say something in a foreign language.
Okay. So what's hot is Waterboy, which was, wait, DeMarco, you picked it last week in the Adam Sandler draft, right? So
high
I
quality
know you love
H2O.
Waterboy.
Yes.
So Dan Fouts and Brett Musburger were part of the broadcast yesterday for the Hall of Fame game. And they're talking about their iconic moment in The Waterboy. I'm going to play it for you now.
And Dan, I want to get your best Brent story.
Well, I know I speak for millions of Brent fans around the world. And, of course, of the famous movie, The Waterboy, which we're still waiting for our nomination for the Oscar. When I say the immortal words of, "Shut up, Brent."
Fauci.
That's it.
Fauci, the best.
Listen, I got to follow up my man.
Yes,
Fauci.
go ahead.
Good.
We were working with Adam Sandler at Waterboy, and I asked for a script. And he said, "No, you and Dan just ad lib like you do a football game." So Brent got carried away like he does, and I'm rambling off, and Fouts goes, "Shut up, Brent." And I figure that's on the cutting room. It winds up in the movie, and now my wife says it all the time. Marlene says, "Shut up, Brent."
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I just think it's fun to get the inside scoop on some iconic lines and stuff. Does that change what you think about the Waterboy or that scene at all, DeMarco?
No, I love it. It's funny, and the funny part was Adam Sandler actually has a script. Really? I thought they just winged it most of the time.
I think,
yes.
I mean, clearly he lets them wing it, but probably there's an overarching thing. Like, hey, we need to get to this point.
Right.
But it's funny.
It is.
Do you like Waterboy, Brian? Does it hit you?
I love Adam Sandler, the person. He's supposedly just one of the greatest, most generous, giving actors you never work with. And I like a lot of his new, Uncut Gems, a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
I have never been a big fan of, what people consider to be, peak Sandler. Like
you're not a fan of the comedies?
Wedding Singer, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, all kind of
Good thing
misses
you weren't
for
here
me.
with last week's draft because we did draft Adam Sandler movies.
It would have been tough. And like yesterday, we were talking about like the new Happy Gilmore, like during Crosstalk, and I'm just quiet.
By the way, I saw Naked Gun last night, the new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah? Was it
was
good?
hilarious.
I've heard that.
We were, like, I was at a packed theater, full house, and people were clapping, laughing, like, standing ovations. Like, It was hilarious. It's like, so it's very similar to the first.
Is there anything more surprising to you, like in terms of entertainment news of the last like 5 years, that the Naked Gun reboot actually was really good?
It's quite surprising.
stuff.
Liam Neeson gets the same, like dry humor stuff. It's a similar tone to the first. So if you like the first, I think you'll like this one. Has a bunch of homages to the original as well, but has a fantastic Crypto.com arena joke. I don't want to kill it. It is when it came up on the screen, I couldn't barely.
Did you spit take?
Almost. Okay. What's cold is parking. So a woman parked at a Glendale hospital. She had an appointment. She was supposed to be there for 45 minutes. So she was parked, went upstairs to her appointment, came back down, and it was around 45 minutes. And so she went to the parking to, get it before she had to leave. And it came up as $7,829.
Wow.
She was there for 45 minutes. So she's like, that's crazy. There must be some glitch in this machine. I'll just leave anyway. So she leaves. She checks her credit card statement, and that it was fully charged $7,829 because the machine thought it had been parked there since July 3rd, 2022. That it was there for 3 years and a couple weeks. All right, so then she, disputes the claim with the hospital. They said, it's a third-party vendor that does our parking and that we, look out for our patients. And she then disputed it with the credit card company, and it looks as if it's all been taken care of. But what would you do in this situation if you went down to, say, down here, and you're going to check out, and it's nearly $8,000 for your parking here at LA Live? What would you do?
First of all, it reminds
Flip
me,
out.
I do need you to validate my parking.
There you go.
You're validated.
I would absolutely wig out. I would. I would freak out. Like $8,000.
There's no way I'm leaving and putting my credit card in for $8,000.
But who do you yell at?
Almost every time
Whoever
you can
comes
press a
down
button
there. Yes,
and there's
that's
an
true.
attendant.
Yes.
So I'm not leaving. I'm going to find some
No.
phone number and call somebody about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think I would have left. I
Yeah.
think that was a mistake.
No. The weirdest thing ever happened to me was somebody got a moving violation. Like somebody used my name in Long Beach when I was in Indianapolis. That's weird, right?
It is very weird.
Yeah, that's strange. I never found out who it was. Yes.
But these things are crazy. All these glitches happen.
Nuts.
Every place I park, I'm very quick on getting that validation.
Yes,
Like if I go to
absolutely.
AMC, I get it as I'm walking in. I don't get it as I leave. I'm like very aggressive about validations. I'm like, I ask anybody, I'm like, will you validate this? And if they say no, they just say no. And then you're like, okay, well then I'll pay my full price.
I
But
wasn't asking you. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
I need you to validate my parking.
Wow,
yeah.
you sound like Clint Eastwood.
That was the
There you
idea.
go.
So what was this hot about the Rams that you wanted to ask DeMarco about,
Well,
Brian?
first of all, I'm tripping. Dallas, Jerry Jones puts it out there about Micah Parsons. He's always hurt, right? So as far as I can tell, I think he's only missed 4 games his entire career.
Jerry Jones was wrong about
16 games, 16 starts his rookie year. 17 and 17 year 2. 17 and 17 in year 3. Last year, 13 and 13. So that's either 4 or 5 starts he's missed. So
Right. And we're not talking about a guy who's like pushing 30, wrong side of 30. He's 26 years old.
He's young.
He's
so
still got a contract's worth of great play.
That's
in
what I
him.
think. I think this is Jerry and Dallas playing chicken, and they know that he's going to break first, and eventually he's going to wind up signing for what they want him to sign for, or at least somewhere close.
You're ruining a long-term relationship with this guy who's a franchise cornerstone. Is that smart?
Well, what else is he going to do? He has to ply his trade.
Play 1 year.
He's
and
got to
go somewhere else.
And I think you can do that. I think Dallas might even let him do that.
Look, okay. So the question that was like, you're talking about how much money are we talking about for like the top end? So we talked about
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett was 120 million guaranteed.
Yes.
I think it was the number. Okay, so the Rams have sort of famously been willing to pay guys like that. And you ask a question like,
Garrett's making $40 million a year.
Okay, you've got a star right there, but what about the rest of your team? And so it seemed to me, at least, that what they were doing, like we're gonna pay Aaron Donald whatever, because by paying Aaron Donald, he's going to make our linebackers better. He's going to make our secondary better. They've put some money out for secondary guys as well. But isn't that part of like what the Rams, for example, do? Is like, if you properly identify your most elite talent and you pay them, you can get away with more average talent at other spots on your defense.
And you pay them early.
You have to draft and develop those young guys because you're tying up most of your salary cap to 10 guys. So the rest of your roster, the other 37 guys, I think that's math, right? 43 guys.
I'm not going to check you.
Are going to split the rest. And you're going to wind up with a team full of young players. The Rams are young now. It's weird because you have Havenstein, who's in year 10, and Matthew Stafford, who kind of skew things differently. But they're a very young football team.
Very.
Right. And if I had my druthers, I'd rather have a veteran squad. I would. I think that's the problem with Dallas. I think you paid Dak too much money, that it may cost you guys like Micah Parsons. The going rate for guys like him, I just looked this up. So Max Crosby is making 35. TJ Watt is making 41, so that's the high end. That's where he wants to be. I'm not sure you can fit that in when you're paying Dak Prescott that much money, and then CeeDee Lamb that much
because
money.
He waited on Dak too, because he
Yes.
fooled around with Dak, and he waited and
Yes.
waited.
They waited
The
with
longer
Lamb.
you wait, the higher the price.
They waited with Lamb.
Of course they did, yes. And I think what they're going to do is wind up waiting him out. Because I don't think you're going to find a trade partner because you're going to wind up in the same situation.
I get
paying
it.
him.
I get it that you got to avoid the bad. I don't know if Dak a bad guy. I don't know if he is. Or like you got to pay your quarterback because you don't have a choice.
I
have to have a quarterback.
Here's the thing. I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's great. And you paid him to be great.
And you don't have an alternative. And they probably overpaid in that
Yes.
way. But like I think where the Rams really excel is, okay, you're paying your big guys, like, came time to pay Cooper Kupp again, you let them go. They're not sentimental. They'll let guys go. But it's also like Kyron has been phenomenal for that backfield. But they're not going to give him Saquon Barkley money. Like, they're not giving him
I don't
top
think anybody confuses Kyron with the best back in the league.
But they're not but they're not giving him top tier. They're not going to value him internally as a top 10 running back in the league. They the skill set, they've drafted running backs
right
2
so
years
BK,
now in a row.
I think that's what
so you don't overpay the guys in the middle by now you have $2 million less on every player, $3 million, $4 million. That adds up to we can pay Micah Parsons too.
Well, that's the thing. I think even the low end, as far as what you're paying running backs, I'm not even sure they would do. It's not just Kyron; it's for any running back. I think that's just how they do things. The running backs aren't going to make a ton of money outside of if you're Todd Gurley. That's different. He's special.
He was different.
Linebackers and safeties, they're willing to draft and develop. Your linebackers will keep changing. Like, those are three spots it seems like they just will not pay.
Because when they do it that way, though, then they can go out and get, like, okay, we don't need a strong safety who can do 10 things.
We can pour that money into this guy,
we know
this guy, and that guy.
We can get a strong safety who can do the 6 things that we need them to do.
Yes.
That will be available in the 3rd round or the 4th round. We can plug that guy in because we know in our system, it's going to – Dodgers do this too. Like, they just – the reason they got Brock Stewart – phenomenal against right-handers, misses a lot of bats. Righties can't hit him. They're not going to ask him to do 10 other things.
But here's the problem, and here's the problem Dallas is running into. If you do have you've identified positions where you're not going to invest a lot of capital. You're not going to pay these positions, right? The problem is if you do have a Micah Parsons, if you have Cam Curl or a Quentin Lake, who has the season of his life and turns into a special player, the second coming of Earl Thomas. You have to change what you're doing. Like you had to change with Aaron Donald. You weren't going to pay any defensive lineman that much money unless he's special. Now, when you do identify special, and I would put Micah Parsons in that category, you have to act accordingly. You really do. You have to pay that guy, even if you don't think so. If Kyron didn't have the fumbles, if Kyron had 3 or 4 carries that went for 70-plus and scored.
He doesn't break away.
But if he did, you would change your philosophy right now. This would be a completely different conversation. But you have to force them to do that.
It's just when you're smart, it is so hard to be smart. It is the most underrated aspect. Like just everybody wants to everybody wants to keep Justin Turner.
Smart's good, but you can't be stubborn. You can't be stubborn and stick to one rule.
But that's part of being smart. It's like, and Jerry is a one rule. The Rams have a sort of philosophical approach.
Yeah.
But they can apply it in a bunch of different ways. It's here are the principles, but if we need to pivot, so like last year was about linebackers. This year, you know what? Aaron Donald, so we're going to rebuild it that way.
Remember the question she asked about how do you get somebody to wrap it up? You can say that's crazy to be polite, right? Or you can just be blunt and say shut up. I think Jerry's more in the shut up. I think the Rams are more in the that's crazy. We'll make moves this year that won't affect us next year. We can do the same thing Jerry's doing without all the bad language.
The difference is Jerry is about Jerry. Jerry makes it about Jerry, whereas the Rams, I don't think, have that level of ego.
Yes, Jerry likes to be talked about. So let me get
It's got to be Jerry's system. It's got to be Jerry's way. Jerry's got to be the one who, if there's going to be success, people point to Jerry and say, Jerry made that. I don't think Les Snead is as worried about, I need to make sure that if we win something, somebody's going to point at me and say, Les did that.
It's a system. And we can go F them picks. We can go, we do this. But Jerry likes to get into it with guys, obviously, because Jerry is the guy that's going to make the decision.
Yeah, and that's why they can't have nice things. All right, coming up next, it's the dump. We're going to dump some things. Brian Kamenetsky in for Travis. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Happy Friday, Jack. A feel-good Friday. This afternoon at 3 p.m., Sedano and Cap, producer Lindsay Baseball, Young D, producer D, and Funchy Lover, they're all taking the day off. Those suckers.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
Anyway, we're going to have a Rams training camp best of. Hear all the sights and sounds from the last few weeks of us live at Rams training camp with Sedano and Cappy, Beto Duran, Mason, and Andy. We'll bring you all the interviews, all the sights and sounds. That's today. A little Rams training camp best of at 3 p.m., 3 to 6 this afternoon, presented by our friends at Pechanga Resort Casino. The best of Rams training camp this afternoon for a feel-good Friday on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's clean energy without the crash. No synthetic junk, just a smooth boost to keep you focused and locked in. Whether you're teeing off early, powering through the workday, or just need that extra push, Pro Baller delivers. Grab the limited edition Lakers can, available now at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores. Pro Baller Energy. Champions choose clean energy.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I brought him up yesterday.
Hola.
No.
Not this one. Come on, BK. I didn't write it on the screen.
No. Okay.
I brought him up yesterday because he shaved his face. Unfortunately, I don't think it really suits him, but it is Jason Momoa's birthday.
Jason
He's turning
Mammal.
46. The Aquaman turns 46.
He does look better with a beard.
Yeah.
I like him without it. What was the movie with Stallone when they were fighting with axes? You see that one?
No.
Maybe?
He had a movie with Stallone, and it's like when he was first, he didn't have the beard, and he was doing all the grunting.
All
Right
You know
before
what?
Conan, I think.
He's still pretty handsome without it.
There you go.
I thought in the video that I saw him do it, he looks like a combination of Matt Damon and Hugh Grant. Just because of the
I
way
can't
that
unsee
it
that.
looked. Like,
Yeah.
you can, he looked a lot like him from the angle in the video. Not a
First,
fan.
it'd probably take him a week to grow that thing back.
Probably.
Yes. Did you like Aquaman?
I never saw it.
Horrible film.
I did not like it.
Horrible.
There was one part in the movie that made me laugh when he was teaching his brother how to run. And he didn't know how to run, like use his hands. So his hands were back here as he was running. It's hilarious. Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
I first saw Jason Momoa in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Khal Drogo.
And
in
he
Game of
died.
Thrones. Yep. I mean, not a spoiler alert. It's been out for 10 years, but he dies at the end of the first
Another
season.
reason. I'm watching this show, and now you kill Momoa off. Like, what is this whole show about?
Well, because there's
Why
a
did he
lot
do
of
it?
other great characters.
Jeez. Huh?
And
Why did he shave?
She said the
so he
contract's
said
up.
so he was done with both his DC contract playing Aquaman and Dune.
Right.
So he's done with anything that like made him have his facial hair. So
Yeah.
cut it all off.
It was all right.
On this day in 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy was released. Are you a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, DeMarco?
I love Guardians. Yes. I am Groot.
Don't you have
And
Star-Lord behind you? Wasn't there a
Star-Lord
picture
behind me?
Didn't we have a photo of
Yes,
Star-Lord
he
behind you?
is.
That's Aaron Donald.
And Drax. Drax is my favorite character. Drax has no sense of humor. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And he will stab anything. Yes.
Yeah, that's a funny movie. I think
Yes.
they did a good job with that. Hey, Jorge, pay attention. Your boy Air Bud came out today. So 1997, Air Bud was released.
Yeah, the dog with sneakers.
Really?
Can you imagine getting a pass from that dog and it has like saliva,
No.
slobber all over it?
I don't think I've
guacala.
actually seen Air Bud.
What?
I don't think I've actually seen Air Bud. I think I've seen enough clips to where I've seen the movie, but I don't think I've actually sat through it. Yeah. How old were you, Jorge?
I can't hear you. I don't have headphones on.
It was 1997, Jorge. How old were you in 1997?
1997.
I was 86, so what, 11 years old?
Okay, yeah, 97. Yeah, I'm not seeing Air Bud. That's a different DeMarco. Yeah.
All right. Also, on this day.
Hold on. Also, going back, Kasim just told me he passed out in the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland.
It was the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland.
What
You
used
passed
to be,
out?
Yeah,
it
was
used to be
bad.
the Tower
It
of
was
Terror.
a Tower of Terror.
Do you have a video?
I'm glad there's not a video out there yet.
I don't do those sorts of things anymore. Like, my kids are not, like, take me on this ride kind of kids. And I'm so happy because I feel like a certain amount of time goes by. Like, the last big roller coaster I was on was the one that you pass by on if you drive to Vegas. Like, right before the border.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I stopped with a friend of mine. We did the roller coaster a couple times. And that was like, geez, it's got to be almost probably 20 years ago. And like, so since then,
Yeah.
I've been on like kiddie roller coasters and stuff.
I'm over the coasters.
Now I got like, I am 100% convinced that if I went on Guardians of the Galaxy or a big coaster or something like that, my heart would explode.
It was bad. Yeah.
It was bad?
Yeah, it was.
I got like stents and things in there. Like,
Were
I got
you
machinery.
scared or just like the air?
It
came
just
out
caught
of you?
me. I didn't know what to expect because I'm not a big like roller coaster person. So when I got on it,
So technically, you fainted.
I guess you could say that.
You fainted.
I wouldn't say that, but I guess you could say
And
that.
then one guy is
help
not
it.
going to space.
I once rode a ride in my hometown amusement park. It was called the Intimidator. It was based off of Dale Earnhardt. And you go up this huge thing pretty fast, huge hill, and then you bank and you hit such G-forces that you can black out. You get like I would like get the tunnel vision around the corner. Always great. On this day in 1996, George R.R. Martin publishes the epic fantasy novel A Game of Thrones, the first in a series, A Song of Ice and Fire. You, Brian, did you ever read or watch
God.
Game of Thrones?
Watch, yes. Read, absolutely not.
What?
No.
Why
you
not?
don't read?
I'm not. I
Do you
read.
not read?
Oh, you don't have time
I
for
don't have
fiction?
time now, but like
Oh.
I don't. But I'm not reading those. Have you seen how thick those
have.
books are?
I have,
on,
and I've
DK.
read.
I tried
I've
to
read
read
some of them.
I
You're
tried to
blowing your
read The
image.
Hobbit when I was
Oh.
like, 12, 10, 11. I
Yes.
was like, no, I'm not doing. There's too many names, and they all sound the same. And it's like,
You ever
our
tried to read
Schwarken
Moby
of,
Dick?
No, I didn't read that either.
You ever tried to read Moby Dick?
No.
That's a labor. That's a labor of love. It will take you forever.
It's not. No, it's. I'm not doing
my
that.
longest books that I have read were The Stand by Stephen King, and
Tried
then
that one.
It by Stephen King, and then 1127, 1140, whatever the one about where Stephen King they go back in time to try to stop the JFK assassination.
Never saw that. Never read that one. Yeah,
No,
that one's also long.
I just can't. I couldn't. Like I'm not anti that genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of I like the Hobbit movies.
Yes.
And I thought Game of Thrones was really entertaining. But the books are a different experience because they get down every rabbit hole and you got to remember everybody's names and it's just like that's too much.
Catch Kasim, he fainted
this
again.
book could have been an email.
Oh, don't make fun of someone fainting.
He fainted again. There he goes. Come on.
I faint a lot. MLB has officially announced that Wrigley Field will host the 2027 All-Star Game.
Really?
I feel like they should always have it rotating between these like classic parks. So like Chicago, Boston.
That's going to be cool.
LA.
Looks great on
At
TV.
Wrigley, that's awesome.
Wrigley looks great on TV.
Yeah. That's going to be a party.
Place.
That's going to be a party.
I love Dodger Stadium. Wrigley is right up there with places that are just phenomenally
Buy
fun
tickets
to
now to go see Shohei. He's going to be there. I don't know how
At
many
the All-Star game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other Dodgers will be with him. I'm sure Shohei will be there.
Plenty.
You think?
I'm sure they still will be. All right, that's the dump. We got
right.
Super Crosstalk next.
He's talking to you.
We got Super Crosstalk next. Who's in today?
He fainted.
Your brother
Andy's
and Marcus
here,
Grant.
And Marcus Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Super Crosstalk. That's next.
Tonight, it's League's Cup Match Day 2, and LAFC faces a tough test as they take on Mexican side Pachuca at BMO Stadium.
Nabi flips it over the keeper to the back post. It bounces it in. Oh, what a goal!
Don't miss a minute of the action as the Black and Gold continue their climb towards the knockout stage.
David Martinez!
Pre-game coverage kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. The Black and Gold. Play here.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Rams fans, the 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and you don't want to miss out on any of the action. Catch every home game this season, including marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $93 per game. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right, it's Super Crosstalk. Marcus Grant,
Aloha.
Andy Kamenetsky, aloha. Ni hao, everyone.
Ni hao.
Did you know that on the Travis and DeMarco show, they have segments where they use foreign languages?
Yes.
Believe it or
Really?
not.
I was aware.
Missed that twice.
I often play the role of Travis Rogers,
I
so
know.
I'm very familiar with it.
They got the other Kamenetsky today. You think you can just fool people into sticking any Kamenetsky in there, and then nobody will notice.
No, I think they know the difference.
All right, so we did our snake draft today, and Emily.
And Andy loves the snake draft.
He does.
I love a draft.
You want to set up the premise of the snake draft?
Yeah, I'll set this up, and I'm going to play the sound too, so make sure my white over's up to see him. So, I was listening to Michelle Obama's podcast, and she had on Bo Yang and Matt Rogers from the Las Culturistas podcast, and they love Real Housewives and reality shows in general.
Does Michelle Obama watch Real Housewives?
She loves Real Housewives.
Wow.
One of us. One of us.
So
Wow.
Michelle was talking about it on the podcast.
She was
and
first lady for 2 terms. Like, she has seen just about everything any person can possibly see, and yet she can still get caught up in Real Housewives. That is amazing.
Then we elected a reality star too. So who knows? So this is Michelle Obama.
If I listen to ESPN for an hour, it's like watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, it's the same drama, and they're yelling at each other, and they don't get along. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he's just like every other
he'd
talk
be a
show
great
host.
Real Housewife.
He would be.
Right.
Right?
It would be amazing.
So that's why I'm like, what's the difference? It's just, it's just sociological drama. I mean, the fact that people over seasons of working together still can't get along.
Right.
They still have the same arguments, and it's not just women, but this happens in sports too.
Right.
I find it fascinating.
It is.
All right, so based off of that prompt, the idea that, ESPN is like watching a reality show, we did a draft of either current or former ESPNers that would be great on reality television.
That includes people who work here.
Includes people anybody who has ESPN in their bio at all. Any resume piece can be on this list. So the order was Emily, Brian, DeMarco, and Kasim. And I picked Stephen A. Smith, obviously easy. I picked Bill Simmons. I think that he would be good at the snarky, being the husband of a housewife.
Bill loves a feud in general.
Exactly.
I was just concerned about whether or not he'd want the attention.
Right. Of course.
And then to be the Bachelor, Mike Golick Jr. I think he'd be a good as the Bachelor himself. He loves the franchise. I think he'd be really good at it. Brian, talk about your pick.
So I ultimately, I do not watch a ton of reality TV, so I didn't want to try to struggle to figure out like which person for which show. But basically what I decided on, what you really need are people who will do anything or are weird or both.
Okay.
So my number one pick was Scott Kaplan.
I was going to ask, how high up did Cappy get drafted?
Number 2 overall.
2 overall. Definitely weird. Will do anything. Good sense of humor. Perfect. Stick him on any show. It'd be great. My number 2.
Cappy, by the way, really quick, because I just learned this. He actually had a reality TV show.
Yes, we talked about this last time.
Yeah,
yes.
it was centered at the track with his horses. Like it was like him versus some other horse owner,
horse trainers. So
right on.
Yeah, and they went up against each other doing wacky stuff,
doing wacky horse owner things.
Yeah.
My second pick, because I find him very entertaining. He is got a good sense of humor, and he's low key weird AF. Dan Orlovsky. Like if you follow like stuff on Twitter, like what about his like weird eating habits and quirky stuff and whatever, weird guy.
And I'm not sure. I feel like at some point it's become a bit, but it's a good enough bit that you stay with it.
Right, and he's just he seems like a good dude who doesn't take himself too seriously. Would be okay here. My third pick, because this to me, just stick him in the house and just listen to it. Mel Kiper Jr. Just in the house, like talk, like, because not so much what Mel's gonna do, but the reaction of people to Mel, who I think is also low key weird.
He's quite quirky. He's got his hair. He's got his hair products. He's
a strange guy. Like, and I just, and the voice and the cadence and like the way people, especially if you put him in a house of youths,
It feels to me like, honestly, I got to hear everyone else's draft. It seems to me more like you drafted quirky people, not potential reality stars.
No, well they got to put them on the right show that favors quirky people.
I feel like Mel Kiper in like a real world type situation where he's sharing a house, like he'd be the roommate that spent too much time in the bathroom and that caused conflict.
That's what I'm sort of thinking here.
Okay.
I'm not thinking.
Conflict
I'm not
is good
thinking
for reality.
I'm not thinking the greatest race.
Amazing Race.
Or either one.
Okay, so here's DeMarco's. DeMarco's first pick in his draft, which is 3rd overall. He wants this specifically for Naked and Afraid. He wants to put this person in that situation. He wants Chris Morales in that.
It made me afraid.
Because he wants him in the elements, I guess. So that's DeMarco's first pick.
Look, if you want to see Morales naked, just ask.
I just asked, you know.
Hell, the guy offers.
Second, he wants him in kind of like a Golden Bachelor scenario where he is the eye of other people his age. Jeff Van Gundy. He wants Jeff Van Gundy as the Golden Bachelor.
Okay.
And then he wants Steve Young as well. I think he had, because of like Secret Wives of Mormon Lives kind of stuff, that he might be like having weird no, whatever. So that's DeMarco's.
That's asking a lot out of Steve Young, potentially.
And then Kasim's, he
had
went
trouble
more
following
of
that
the like competition reality show route. So we got Stuart Scott in kind of the way of like Amazing Race or like Survivor, that he would be so beloved by the people on the beach with him that it's hard to vote Stuart Scott out. He's good at making friends.
That is true.
Would be very good at something like Survivor. Kendrick Perkins for the Real Housewives.
Perk would be good for this, yeah.
And then last but not least, in the Ninja Warrior, Survivor, reality competition aspect, Shadano. Because he would take it very seriously.
To watch him lose like in the first round?
I think it was a competition thing because, as I pointed out, like low key, maybe it showed up, maybe people could see it, maybe they couldn't. Nobody took the company softball game more seriously than Sedano. Nobody.
Except for when he got called out at first base for coming off the bag too soon.
Here's the thing. He actually, a friend of mine actually, I don't know how anybody does it. He went and watched, not live, the YouTube while we were playing.
Mm-hmm.
He went back like a week later because he couldn't watch it. He wanted to see what happened. So he watched the game and he's like, Sedano should have been called out for circling the bag and making a step towards second.
Mm-hmm.
He actually wasn't, but he should have been.
Right.
And then he was called off for the leadoff.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to do that.
Right.
And he freaked out.
I mean, look, it's that felt like a ball don't lie sort of situation.
It absolutely was, because he should have been called out before. Like I didn't want us to lose the game. An epic comeback would have been fun, but I was really kind of hoping we could extend it long enough for Sedano to make the last out of the game.
Two things. That would have been great. I was so hoping
he was like 2 batters away or something.
And really, I didn't love seeing Mace make the final out just because he had already had his incredible accomplishment with the ground rule double.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like Sedano with the final out of the game would have been epic.
Would have been pretty.
We were going to win anyway.
Now, I will say this. 2 things. First of all, Emily housed you all in this draft.
Hey.
Like I think Emily absolutely smoked everybody when it comes to picking in the spirit of what makes the most successful reality TV, which is the most dramatic people. And Emily clearly found those people.
Let's go.
Secondly, how does nobody pick Mace?
Too thirsty.
There's
but
no
that's all
thing
reality.
There's no such thing as too thirsty for reality TV.
I disagree. I think the least entertaining reality people are the people who are too thirsty to
Okay.
No, I disagree.
I do not. No. But you're basing this on what you find entertaining. I'm basing this on what the masses find entertaining. You don't find reality TV entertaining, period. So you're not the wrong gauge for that. You're not the correct gauge. I'm gauging off what makes reality TV work. Not for people like me or you. It's dramatic, thirsty people.
It's dramatic, but it's got to be
Name me a housewife that is not thirsty.
No, they're all thirsty and they're all but like some of them
why
are.
they're drinking so much wine.
Nobody goes on these shows if they're not thirsty.
Right. There's a level of thirst that you already have, but there is such a thing as pushing it too far. And like those people do not last. Like I'll walk by the TV, my wife's watching something. I'm like, what happened to blah 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 blah? And she's she's gone.
They got fired. Yeah. I would say there was one name though that I thought I would hear in this draft that did not come up. No Pat McAfee.
I thought about him.
Pat McAfee seems like he would be.
I thought about it
because
we talked through him.
He's kind of got the big broy sort of know-it-all vibe.
Like Survivor
that,
could have been good with him.
He would have been a pretty good pick.
Yeah, I thought he was like right there with my third pick.
Also, when you said like quirky, funny, sort of low key, the name I thought you were going to come up with was Kenny Mayne.
Yeah, he was kind of going backwards.
He might be a little bit too
He's
low
too
key.
dry. He's got like too dry of a sense of humor.
Maybe
if you want a guy
to
start arguments, Olbermann would be good. Like they're
Olbermann
again.
Olbermann actually would have been a good.
Let's get Olbermann and Mel Kiper in the same room. That'd be great reality.
I was really close to doing Pat McAfee, but mostly I just liked the idea of like a house full of like 27-year-old like beautiful people
and Mel Kiper
Jr. So I just went with that.
Sounds like a Chappelle show skit,
I
to be
even
honest.
predicated it with that could be my flare gun, which is
flare gun.
It's like a running meme now on bad snake draft picks.
Yeah, you don't love the draft as much as Andy does. Andy loves the draft.
I know I love him. I apparently failed with it. I still stand by flare gun as a perfectly acceptable.
You have a good list.
I had a good list.
It's
better than DeMarco's.
I don't understand. You drafted a flare gun?
Things you have to keep in your car in a case of an emergency.
I think he means flares.
I mean, but like
you have flare gun.
Flare gun, like
it comes with flares.
You can signal help from even further away.
Right, but the problem also too is the further away, the more general the
if I'm in deep,
if
I'm in deep trouble, I'm gonna need a little altitude, a little height for people to even notice that I'm there. But I take one of those adorable little flares and I put it on the road next to my car. Who's seeing that? Nobody's come by in 6 hours. Otherwise, I'd be out of this situation.
The flare that high in the air, then you could be signaling for help in like a 2,000-mile radius.
Which is why it works on boats, because it's a lot.
Right. I'm trying to get someone's attention here. I mean, I'll solve problem B after I solve problem A. Somebody's out there that I need. But like first and then second of all, it sounds fun. Shooting off a flare gun.
I mean, that does seem kind of cool. Just to like shoot off a flare gun for your flat tire or something.
DeMarco had like a towel. What's that going to do with you when you're stuck in the desert alone?
I wasn't there, so this is a fun.
I mean, like a roll of paper towels seems like a thing you should have, right?
For what? I don't know. They're trying to find.
Maybe because
it should be noted.
This
wasn't just about pure emergency situations. It's just stuff you should have in your car.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a small child who makes a mess. Like I have a roll of paper towels in my car, like at all times.
You got to be able to clean stuff up. Exactly.
That's someone I see on the road.
Hark over yon hillside. Who goes there?
Yeah, if I'm in an emergency road situation, car broke down, I'm not thinking about, do I have paper towels?
Hey man, well, if you're stuck, like it's hot, you get sweaty, like you need some paper.
All I know,
dab your forehead or something.
I took a lot of bleep for flare gun for a while, and I don't think it was fair. Much more heat for flare gun than Mel Kiper Jr.
I'm gonna guess there are people driving around with flare guns in their car who were just too timid to speak up in your defense.
Right. I mean,
there are dozens of us.
Flare gun mafia, where are you? When does crosstalk over?
You can end it right now, Brian.
All right, cool. Mason Ireland with Andy Kamenetsky and Marcus Grant is next. Andy and I will be on. When are you going to be on? You and Marcus are going to be on from training camp.
Yes.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, I believe 4 to 7.
4 to 7.
4 to 7.
All right, cool.
Yep.
That's all.
All right.
Hey.